Live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center in Phoenix, Arizona, this is the 2021 Challenge of the Americas on the EKN Radio Network. Day and a half of fantastic racing thus far here at the Phoenix Kart Racing Association facility in Glendale. We're getting ready to go main event racing, round 2 of this year's Challenge of the Americas, presented by Royce and Baxter. Folks, welcome to the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center. Welcome to Arizona. And welcome to the challenge here on the EKN Radio Network. My name is Rob Howden, joined as always by David Cole, as we, as I said, get set to fire up some main events for you here. Beautiful day yesterday, temperatures in the high 60s, and we had blue skies and some sun. Much cooler here today, 54-degree ambient temperature with rain earlier today. We had a wet warm-up. We had a wet but drying qualifying session. Pre-mains all run in the dry. And right now, still dry as we get ready to go main event racing with Empire Kart's Micro Rock. Starting on the pole position right now as we get set to go, it'll be Jackson Porter. Alongside him, Braylon Underwood. Row 2 will be Ashton Woon and Julian Sanchez. Row 3 will be Reese Bowman and Jerome Rondeau. So field working its way now out of turn number 8 through the kink of turn 9. And Porter bringing him slowly down out of this corner before we get underway. With the threat of rain, we went from actual timed or race laps to time, so 14-minute sessions for our main events. We'll very likely hit our regular lap times anyways, but green flag has flown and we're underway with our first race. A 14-minute run here for the drivers in Micro Rock. It's been a perfect weekend thus far for Jackson Porter in that number 22 Nitro Kart machine. He's won and led all 5 official sessions throughout the weekend, swept the day yesterday, qualified pole in the wet today, won the pre-main, and has already jumped out into about a 4 or a 5 kart length lead. So just underway for what I said will be a 14-minute session. As they get to 14, once we get to that 14 mark, then we show them the white flag, one more lap after that. So Porter with the early lead as they come out of turn 8 for the first time, probably got 7 or 8 kart lengths. He's had a good speed, and then we've seen this battle for second between Braylon Underwood and Ashton Woon. Woon now goes into the second spot. Woon on the Nitro Kart, and then the race factory of Braylon Underwood running P3. 2 drivers fighting it out back there for 4th and 5th now, side by side. That is Julian Sanchez on the GFC and Reese Bowman on the comp kart. Jerome Rondeau struggled on the grid, finally able to get it rolling. He was able to get back onto the racetrack, but significantly far back as they went green before he was able to get out. So Rondeau and the Tony kart of the Colorado will roll it through 12. He'll come across the line to begin or to finish his first lap. And we're underway. Interesting to see Ashton Woon not letting Porter get away quite as much as he has earlier. Ashton Woon in that number 95 trying to reel in Jackson Porter. We see a little bit of a battle here potentially for the race win. We didn't get one in the other sessions as Porter's been dominant so far. Reese Bowman and Julian Sanchez running together again. Bowman able to get by Sanchez to go to P4. Sanchez 5th. Woon quicker than Porter by over 1/10 of a second on that last lap. We'll keep an eye on lap times again because Porter just not stretching away as of yet. He'll go purple this time with a 53.043, but Woon right there, 53.086. Half-second gap between first and second. Those of you tuning into the EKN Radio Network for the first time here this weekend, here's your runner-up, or rather rundown of what we've got in terms of category and the structure. We have Micro ROK on the racetrack. Masters ROK drivers should be working their way to the grid right now. Then we'll have a combination Junior ROK and Senior ROK race. Mini ROK will follow. Shifter ROK after that. Then we'll have the 100cc Juniors. Then the 100cc Masters. Then Masters Shifter. And then 100cc Senior to cap off the day. Yeah, definitely Ashton Woon. He'll go purple again. That gap down to just 0.3 of a second for the first time. We got a bit of a battle here early on in what will be a 14-minute race for the drivers here in Empire Kart's Micro ROK. Woon goes purple last time by a 52.701, and he's got Porter as the rabbit, staying right with him. That has left Braylon Underwood to be by himself P3. Whether they made a little adjustment to the car, Ashton Woon, or he's just dialed things in a bit himself on his race line and the way he's getting around this racetrack. He is closing right up here on Jackson Porter. In fact, looking to the inside, thinking about going for the lead. In fact, Porter, the 22, swept the weekend, or swept the day yesterday. Got a challenger here today in Ashton Woon. Bowman and Sanchez still in their fight for fourth position. Since she knows the tail. Woon, though, right up on Porter as they come through the inner loop, 5 and 6. Jackson Porter looks like he's going to get a challenge. Ashton Woon's going to go to the inside at turn number 10. Book it. New leader. Ashton Woon's gone to P1. So Ashton Woon now to the lead. First time we've seen this throughout the weekend. Here comes Porter looking down to the inside again in turn number 10, but doesn't quite pull the trigger, staying right there with Woon. Fight between Sanchez and Bowman. I think it's going to go race long as well. Bowman now 4th, Sanchez 5th. But it's Braylon Underwood who's kind of hung out to dry by himself. He needs them to keep racing so he can potentially close back up. Indeed, first and second locked together here as we're coming to the halfway point. Indeed, 7 minutes down, 7 to go. $52.8 for Woon, $52.9 for Porter, $53.3 for Underwood, $53.6 for Bowman, $53.6 for Sanchez, $54.9 last time by for Jerome Rondeau. Leaders again out of 12. Jackson Porter turns his fast lap right there, 52.847, so that kart's still coming in. He's still feeling pretty confident with it here with 5.5 minutes remaining. Into the main events as we're underway here for you. 9 main events this afternoon. Been a great weekend so far here in Phoenix. Great to be back. Again, as I said at the top of each broadcast. Oh, hold on first before I do this. We're going to pass for the lead. And again, Porter goes back to P1. Made a move to the inside of turn 10, kind of mirror image of what we got there out at Jackson Woon. And now it's Porter back to the lead. Woon right with him. Grazing that rear bumper as he's nose to tail coming across start finish. Porter goes back out front. I had said right before this that Porter just turned his fast lap. Well, he just did another fast lap at 52.694. Woon trying to stay right with him, but his Porter's kart just starting to come in here. 4.5 minutes remaining. See if Woon goes right back at him coming down the straightaway. He's definitely going to look to the inside. I don't know if he's got enough momentum quite yet. Yeah, right down to the bottom of the racetrack again. Porter leaves the door open. Woon goes back to P1. So a good battle up front here. But as I said, about 11 months ago, when we essentially capped off the season, we didn't know we were doing it when we were at Cal Speed, but that was the final round of the season as before we were able to get to Sonoma for that finale for last year's Challenge of the America. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic hit like a tidal wave and shut everything down for a few months. And Andy Saisman and FTK Promotions electing to shut down the program to 4 races, no drops. And great to have everybody back here now because we're still looking forward to 3 weekends, all 6 races that we weren't able to get in last year. So again, looking forward to getting back at it again in Cal Speed in a month's time. But the racing's been really good here. Of course, everybody get back into the paddock. Numbers very strong at 131 entries. We're going to see more once we get to Cal Speed. A lot of momentum for this Challenge of the Americas program. And I know I can speak on behalf of Andy and the crew in thanking everybody for being here and being part of the action. Those of you listening in at home, consider coming to join us at Cal Speed in February. Again, you look at the categories here. That's some great racing and growth as well. Only 3 drivers in this micro category last year. We doubled it to 6 this year. We expect to get a couple more for Cal Speed. This is a program that's going to continue to grow over the next number of years. Ashton Woon and Jackson Porter have made it a race that we didn't expect to have in this micro rock class, as Porter has been dominant throughout the weekend. But now he's got himself a challenger in Ashton Woon. And Woon leads down the back straightaway. You got 2.5 minutes remaining. Going to say maybe 4 more laps, 3 to 4 more laps, I would say. Yeah, this one I think is going to end up being 16 laps. The 14-minute lap time has allowed these guys to get their full distance in. So I think we're going to see a 16-lapper. So let's say it officially 3 laps to go here now. We actually were able to get them done before in the pre-final. So this will be, I believe, a 15-lapper. 16-lapper, rather. 16, not 15. Woon a little more defensive now coming into turn number 10, and they're actually starting to close up on Jerome Rondeau. I'm sure they'll be giving him that blue flag just to make sure that he realizes that the leaders are coming through. So we will see the white flag next time by, and they have closed right up on Jerome Rondeau now, and he is not making way here at this point. Woon's going to try to go to the inside. He does get out of the way finally. Woon's got about 4 or 5, maybe 6 cart legs coming over to turn number 8. Woon handled that perfectly. Jackson Porter looking at potentially not being able to go for the full streak. Swept the day yesterday, qualified on pole, won the pre-main, but it is Ashton Woon out front right now. local driver leading the way. Both these drivers from Scottsdale, Arizona. They know this racetrack. It's the home track. They've been battling out before, but this will be a big challenge win for Ashton Woon. One more lap to go. Porter trying to spool things back up. Can he challenge here in the final circuit? Back by over 0.4 of a second at the line. Doesn't take much to make a mistake, though, one of these micros and have your competitor close right back up. Braylon Underwood still running P3 all alone on the racetrack. Reese Bowman's been able to get a little bit of room against Julian Sanchez. Jackson Porter back to within a kart length, maybe 2 coming through the kink, but that's going to be enough for him to have a good run down the back straightaway. Woon's going to go to the inside. That'll rob a little bit of exit speed. Do we have a challenge over in turn number 11? Porter close enough. Looks to the inside. Not quite enough. Out of turn number 11 and 12. He's not going to get challenged. Ashton Woon is going to win round number 2 of the challenge here in Phoenix. Ashton Woon with the win by 0.4 of a second. Jackson Porter second. Braylon Underwood comes home in third. Reese Bowman in fourth. Julian Sanchez fifth. And Jerome Rondeau rounding out the 6 drivers in our Micro ROK category. That was a good race all run long there. Ashton Woon had the speed, was able to use Porter as the rabbit. And, man, it came down to a couple of passes at the end, some fun racing. And Ashton Woon taking over in the final couple of laps and then holding off Jackson Porter's late race advance to score the win. Woon, Porter, Underwood on the podium in Micro ROK. We're just getting underway. 8 more races for you this afternoon here on the EKN Radio Network. You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. From the trusted name in truck tires comes the Cooper Discoverer AT3 family of tires. The Discoverer AT3 was developed with adaptive traction technology for better handling on any surface with maximum grip in all seasons. The Discoverer AT3 was built with durable tread technology for all-season traction and extreme durability when hauling. And the Discoverer AT3 was made for confidence when hauling extreme loads and is available in larger sizes. These tires are designed with the reliability and durability you need to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the Discoverer AT3 family of tires at CooperTire.com. Go with the Coopers. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN Radio Network. Yeah, 1 down, 8 to go. As I said, we're back live here from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center in Phoenix, Arizona for round 2 of the Challenge of the Americas. Let's go main event racing with the drivers in Odenthal Racing Products. Masters ROK, Derek Wang, 2-time defending champion, starting on the pole alongside Adam Kasich. It'll be Tim Meyer and David Pergandi on row 2. Mike Smith and Pat Beckley on row 3. Ed Quinn alongside Mike Giles on row number 4. Luke Tracy and Billy Cleveland will occupy row number 5. 10 drivers set to go. And we have seen pretty much dominance thus far out of Derek Wang, and he was able to turn things up in the main and reel in Kasich and take the win there. Let's see if they've been able to make any kind of adjustments to the machine of Kasich to potentially allow him to challenge Wang and not sweep this weekend, because he's 5 for 5 thus far. Into the staging lanes. Main event number 2 is green, green, green. Racing into 10. We got some contact there. 3 drivers going back. It looked to me like David Pergandi went down the inside of turn number 11 trying to get a couple of spots. I think he may have climbed up on the back of Pat Beckley, and it looks like Mike Giles involved as well. Beckley will pull the car off a bit. Giles is going to get out of his machine too. David Pregandi started P4 and was on the outside, coming out of 10 over to 11. That put him on the inside of 11. He made a move to the inside, potentially he and Tim Meyer getting together. I thought that maybe Mike Smith might have been in that fight there as well. May have been some contact there as well. And essentially, a couple drivers getting driven over, a couple drivers getting bumped, and that's it. So Pat Beckley's out, and so is Mike Giles. Tim Meyer falling to the tail of the field as well. Where did Billy Cleveland go? Yeah. There you go. Here in the update here from timing and scoring from David Cole as well. Motor issues for Billy Cleveland. And Bill not able to get out there to start. So tough one there. So we're left with 7 drivers on the racetrack here. Derek Wang already out to a 0.6 of a second lead. Adam Kasich into second. Pregandi runs third. He's got Luke Tracy behind him. Mike Smith now running in the 5th spot, Ed Quinn in 6th, and Tim Meyer in 7th. So again, Pregandi 3rd, but it's Wang and Kasich up front. Derek Wang with the lead. Derek Wang working his way back onto the front straightaway again here to put lap number 3 in the books. 14-lap main, so let's say probably somewhere around 18 laps, I think, here. Again, a lot of decisions made early based on the fact that we potentially thought we were going to get more rain rolling through. We haven't got that yet, which is a huge positive. Been dry thus far. And we've essentially got the gap up front as Wang and Kasich essentially first and second as they have been for the weekend. But, man, I got a feeling we're going to have even a bigger battle before we're all said and done. Pregandi's running P3, Luke Tracy in 4th. But Mike Smith starting to dial things in. Here's Tracy to the inside of Pregandi over in turn number 11, the side-by-side. Pregandi was thinking about shutting the door and not letting it happen. Here goes Smith trying to get to the inside of Pregandi as well. Smith taking advantage of the slower exit coming out of turn 11 with the pass for Tracy. And as Tracy came around there, as you kind of cut back to go to 12, if you're on the inside, you could hold the spot. Good possibility there could be a bit of contact. I think Pregandi electing to maybe not drive too far off the side of the track. Smith's going to go to the inside of Pregandi in turn 8. He's had trouble. Yeah, he just can't get out of that corner at all. He's going to hold the spot, but Mike Smith has made a bunch of passes in turn number 8 there, and I don't know what it is about the carb or the chassis or whatever it is. He just can't seem to get out. Pregandi's going to go back to the inside in turn number 11. Smith finally finishes the pass and gets out of the corner and holds that position. This is given Luke Tracy. Oh, contact between he and Pregandi at the apex, though, of turn number 12, just as Pregandi, or rather Smith, kind of set the car into 12. A little bit of contact from Pregandi, and Smith with a whole handful of wheel, able to hold the spot. But again, this has allowed Luke Tracy to get away by about 3.5 seconds. So first, second, and third now with a big gap. And now Mike Smith, who was able to reel in both Tracy and Pregandi, now has to go to work to see if he can't close back up here on Luke Tracy, who has worked his way into third. We'll look at lap times as they spool things back up here again. Luke Tracy coming across the line with a 48.524. Mike Smith, 48.141, so almost 0.4 of a second. He's only back by 1.3 now, so look for Smith to potentially get himself back up here. Derek Wang leading by 1.8 seconds, trying to sweep the weekend here. Again, two-time defending Masters ROK champion. Won the title in 2019, 2020. And interesting, we asked the question up here in the tower. Shelby Jocelyn was asking about it. How many championships who's won the most championships? Who's won the most races? I don't think we have all those stats for the races, but David Cole scrolling back through and looking for championships, and we don't think anybody's won 3. But we've had a lot of people that have won 2 championships. You look at the Masters drivers like Paul Bonilla and Don Durbin Jr. and Billy Cleveland and Derek Wang, as we said. A couple of drivers have won in the mini and micro categories, or the mini and juniors, Jack Crawford, I think, has won a couple of championships. Christian Brooks has won a couple of titles as well. Don't think that we've had anybody who's won 3 championships, and there's an opportunity here, of course, for a couple of drivers to do it. If Jack Crawford could win a title here in Shifter, he'd be able to do it. Same goes for Derek Wang. We'll see how it all plays out. Wang now leading as we're not quite yet to the halfway point of this 14-minute race, 8 laps in. And Derek Wang leading by 2.4 seconds. Kasich in second, just turned his fast lap, 47.737. Tracy in third. Mike Smith was quicker by 0.6 of a second. Smith is almost right there. Looking to make that pass to go to P3. Wang across the line again, comfortably out front. Michael Smith has worked his way through. Smith into third as he's able to get by Tracy. This is going to allow Pergandi to close back up as well. David Pergandi's had a pretty decent weekend here. See if he can't fight his way back potentially up into the top 4 or 5. Tim Meyer, remember, fell back to the tail of the field. He's been great all weekend long as well. 47.989. He'll be on the pole for the 100cc senior race later on today, or rather the Masters race for 100cc. Meyer turned his fast lap of 47.989, very similar to the speed of Pergande. He's back by 4.3 seconds, so I don't know that he's going to be able to get up there. About 5.5 minutes remaining, and right now Smith, Tracy, and Pergande still running together, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Five minutes remaining in Odenthal Racing Products Masters ROK. We'll move into the Junior ROK and Senior ROK main event after this. 14-minute mains. Wang now leading by 2.6 seconds. Mike Smith has not been able to totally drop Luke Tracy or David Pergande. They're not that far back at all. Smith still running in that 3rd position. Early race incident in turn number 11 at the start put Pat Beckley and Mike Giles on the sidelines. But Wang is the leader. Smith finally started to pull away a little bit here with about 3 and a bit minutes remaining. Keeping an eye on Tim Meyer to see whether or not he's going to be able to close up. He was 0.3 quicker than Pregandi the last time by, but he's still back by 3.8. And only 3 minutes remaining, as I said, so likely, let's say, 5 laps potentially remaining here. Big lead for Derek Wang, 2.825 seconds. That said, Derek Wang and Adam Kasich, very similar lap times right now, even though it's a 3.1 second gap. Wang, 47.701. Kasich, 47.977, just a couple tenths. Mike Smith now finally pulling away from Luke Tracy, giving himself enough of a gap, 1.4 seconds. Smith running P3. Luke Tracy, though, and David Pregandi potentially still in a fight for fourth. Both those drivers turning similar lap times. Pregandi actually quicker by about a tenth last time by. David Pregandi potentially trying to mount a challenge to go P4. Big run for Pregandi, but was it too early? He's going to come into the inside here, pushing right on Tracy down the straightaway. Pregandi to the inside in turn number 10. Book it. Pregandi through for P4. David Pregandi, nice run, and was able to get the pass going down into turn number 10. So Pregandi up for the 4th spot. Luke Tracy back to 5th. Tim Meyer in 6th. Ed Quinn 7th. Minute and 14 to go. Based on lap times, yeah, I got to think that coming through here, we're a couple laps away from even getting yeah, we're not even, I don't think we're even going to get the white flag next time by. So, yeah, expect probably 3 more laps. Now, with the speed that Derek Wang has here right now, he's going to slip through start-finish before we get to the end of our 14-minute session. So I'm going to say 2 laps to go now. Yeah, it'll be 2 laps to go. We're going to end up getting 19 laps in total. We'll see the white flag this next time by. Pregandi still holding on to P4. Tracy's not done, and with a couple laps still to go, is Tim Meyer out of the hunt for a top 5 finish either. He just turned his fast lap of the race a lap ago, 47.987, 0.6 quicker than Luke Tracy, 1.7 back. It's not enough based on the time, but it's all about how quick is Pregandi as well, right? If Pregandi holds up Tracy, can Tim Meyer get in there and make a dive bomb move down in turn 11? He needs to have a good lap here. White flag will fly, this time by for Wang. 1 to go for Derek. To sweep the weekend in Masters ROK. Pregandi giving a little breathing room here on Tracy. Let's have a look at the gap. Remember, I said Tim Meyer was back by 1.7. He'd have to be back by 0.7. No, 1.3. Only made up 0.3 of a second with the white flag flying. So here it is. Checker flag will fly. What a weekend. Back-to-back jacks for the Washingtonian. Derek Wang sweeping the weekend in Masters ROK. Looking to try to make it 3 titles in a row. Mike Smith going to end up P3. Seems pretty happy with that with a little fist bump. Good run there as well for David Pregandi. He'll end up in 4th. Luke Tracy in 5th. Tim Meyer in 6th, and Ed Quinn 7th. Derek Wang winning by 3.9 seconds. Adam Kasich, another second-place finish. They'll press the reset button and head to Cal Speed to try to find that little bit more to see if they can't get a win away from Derek Wang. Mike Smith, of course, if there's a track he's good at, Cal Speed will be one of them. So if he's back in this Masters ROK, look for Mike Smith to be in the fight for the race win there as well. Pregandi and Tracy rounding out the top 5. But again, Wang, Kasich, and Smith, 3 drivers on the podium in Masters ROK. Next up in this category, 2 categories together, Junior ROK and Senior ROK, getting ready to go. You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. Are you a kart shop owner looking for a new line of products to put on your sales shelf? If so, it's time to make a call to Courtney Concepts. Courtney Concepts is pleased to offer the entire AF radiator line of products, including radiators, radiator mounts, water pumps, hoses, and IAMI X30 radiator curtains. Courtney Concepts is also a distributor for a number of popular products used every weekend at the kart track, including Motul Oil, Arcade and Regina Chain, and NKP. Other products that Courtney Concepts is proud to distribute include ICO bearings, coil bearings, ARS oil seals, XAM sprockets, and Frixa brake rotors and pads. Courtney also distributes MC racing silencers and Opama hour meters. For more information on all the products we distribute, head to CourtneyConcepts.com. In racing, experience is priceless. Franklin Motorsports is a leader in the karting industry with over 50 years of combined karting experience, and we can provide you with everything you need to go racing. With a large online product selection, select track support events, and a wide variety of shop services, Franklin Motorsports is your complete karting source. Check out our online store at www.franklinkart.com, where all our products are just a mouse click away. We're constantly adding to the growing product selection on the online store, and we ship daily to ensure products get to you quickly. We specialize in IAMI engines, tilt seats, ceramic products, driveline branded products, Briggs & Stratton engines, OTK products, and of course, the championship-winning Merlin chassis. In our online store, you'll find a variety of items to fill your karting needs. Franklin Motorsports is also known for our wide variety of services and is home to Innovative Engine Works by FMS, our in-house engine service department. Frame straightening, kart prep, and dyno testing are all services offered regularly at Franklin Motorsports. For all things karting, visit franklinkart.com. All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and Esprit chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN radio network. Back live once again here on the EKN radio network for another one of our split start events, as we have both the Acceleration Kart Racing Junior ROK and Ruthless Karting Senior ROK categories set to go. Liam Lech will start on the pole alongside Jensen Ulsman in Senior ROK, while Andrew Zimmer and Gabe Tesh will be on row 2. Macy Williams starting in 5th. Juniors will have Diego LaRocca on the pole alongside Deanna Hoffman, Frankie Mossman, and Jesus Vasquez Jr. on row 2, Tristan Young and Patrick Molnar on row 3. Green flag flying for the senior drivers, and they're underway with their hard race through turns number 10, 11, and 12. We saw a lot of action here in that first race. And Zimmer's going to make a move by Williams to go to P3 as Lech leads. Back to the junior start as they're getting at it quickly. Frankie Mossman throwing it down to the bottom quickly to get by Diego LaRocque. So move Mossman to the lead. LaRocque goes to second. Then it's Young in third spot. Hoffman fourth. Vasquez fifth. And we did not see a start for Patrick Molnar. So Molnar does not present himself. 5 drivers in senior, 5 drivers in junior. Lech, Altsman, Zimmer, Williams, and Tesh, the top 5 of the opening lap in senior. So underway for what will be another 14-minute session for these drivers. Liam Lech out to the lead. See if he's able to pull away from Jensen Altsman. Andrew Zimmer reaching down on the radiator to pull a little tape off that. Going to modulate that temperature. Much cooler here than has been throughout the weekend. 52 degrees trackside right now. Crossing our fingers that we're going to be able to stay away from rain, but there is a lot of darker clouds on the horizon. It all depends on which way we're going to see the weather coming in. It looks like more it's coming here from the west, so we'll see. No real battling right now in the senior category. Same goes for juniors. They're pretty much all separated as, again, racing getting underway here. They'll put lap number 2 in the books. Lech leading here in senior. Watching the battle here in junior as Tristan Young having a really good run here, starting to put some pressure now on Diego LaRocque. LaRocque on the Tony Kart, Tristan Young on the VME. Andrew Zimmer trying to spool things up to potentially get after it with Jensen Altsman, because right now Lech is pulled out to a half a second advantage. Top 4 drivers here in the senior category separated by just under a second and a half. Now just over a second and a half, 0.152 now the gap, or 1.52 the gap between Lech, Altsman, Zimmer, and Williams. Jesus Vasquez Jr. kind of spooling things back up. Remember, he qualified on the pole position, but was out of the race in turn 1, or turn 10 rather, but the opening corner after the start-finish in the pre-final started last, and he's now running in the 9th spot. His lap time significantly quicker than Tristan Young and about a 10th quicker than Diego LaRocque. In fact, he was the fastest junior last lap, was Jesus Vasquez in the 277 driving that Charles Leclerc chassis. So we'll see whether or not he's able to get things rolling in the right direction. Just coming around to 5 minutes into this race. We'll have 9 more minutes remaining. I expect these drivers to probably get similar laps we just saw in the last category, the Masters ROK drivers. So looking probably at around 18 or 19 laps. Not sure if they'll get to 20 or not. would be the straight amount. 20 was the last we were going to do, but again, changing it to a time schedule today just to be able to deal with rain if it did indeed come. We haven't seen it as of yet. Not quite a full second to lead for Liam Lech. Battle still for second. Spooling up. Altman and Zimmer running 2 and 3 rather, but very similar lap times. Both drivers knocking out 46.9s last time by, so no movement whatsoever. Nobody really running together. That's really the closest grouping we have right now is Zimmer trying to find a way by Jensen Altman. He closes, keeping that nose in the peripheral of Altman, just trying to see if he can't get Jensen to make a little mistake. A little bit different line through 1, 2, and 3 to make sure he's got that nose coming on the inside, just trying to force that issue. Otherwise, this is turning into another run for Liam Lech, just like we saw in the pre-final as he was able to stretch away. Six and a half minutes remaining. And again, no real battling on the racetrack at all right now as Altman's built a little more of a gap on Zimmer. It's like probably 6 kart lengths as they work their way down the back straightaway. So this one not providing us with much action. Hopefully we'll get more in the next race. Of course, the Mini Rock drivers will put on a good show for us as we work our way through the main events of round number 2. Of this year's 2021 Challenge of the Americas here in Phoenix. Of course, this year's challenge brought to you by Royce Baxter. A lot of movement back and forth with the schedule. Phoenix was going to be the first round, I think, and then it was moved because of NASCAR going to Fontana, moving Cal Speed to the second race. Then Cal Speed was going to be moved to the first race, and then with COVID, they moved it back to the second race. A lot of flexibility, I think, has been one of the benefits of everyone in the karting industry here over the last year. Obviously, a lot of movement need to be made, a lot of adjustments to the schedules. Good to see the crew here at Challenge doing the same. Cal Speed coming up in a month's time. Looking forward to getting back there to Fontana. Seeing this battle continuing here for second spot, too. The Ruthless Karting sponsored Senior Rock class has Liam Lech as your leader, Jensen Altman second, Andrew Zimmer in third. And those are the 2 drivers that are potentially battling here. Macy Williams in 4th spot. Gabe Cash, I believe, has retired from the race. So it's 4 drivers in senior. Junior, it's Frankie Mossman, Diego LaRocque, Jesus Vasquez was able to catch up and get by Tristan Young. And that'll be a spot I guess we can watch. Let's see whether or not Vasquez has anything here for Diego LaRocque. And he may, to be honest, because the speed is there. He's just kind of chipping away at it. Last time by, Vasquez quicker by about a tenth. 8/10 of a second back. Still over 4 minutes to go. So there's an opportunity here as Vasquez closing. This time again, another maybe half a tenth. 1.9 seconds to lead, though, for Liam Lech in the senior category. But we got these battles for second kind of starting to brew up a little bit here. Zimmer still close, in fact, getting side by side, potentially coming out with Holtzman. Zimmer on the outside, Holtzman on the inside. Zimmer has a spot. He's gone to P1, or P2 rather. So Andrew Zimmer has gone to second. Holtzman back to the inside over in turn number 11, but Zimmer holding the outside of that one, grabbing that position. To move Andrew Zimmer up to second. And Jensen Holtzman back to third. The other fight I'm watching, I've been kind of calling the gaps a little bit here, is Vasquez closing up on Diego LaRocque, and he is actually now to within about a tenth and a half. Maybe even less than that. What is it? Yeah, 0.28, and he was quicker last time by at least over a tenth. So Vasquez set himself up to make a move as well. Minute and a half remaining. All right, so here we go. We're going to probably get, so where did Liam Lech go? Liam just rolled through, so they're going to see the checkered flag next time by. So, I mean, rather the white flag next time by. So we're going to get 19 laps in the books here. So it'll be 19 laps. Liam Lech with a 2.4 second lead. And Vasquez is by. I didn't see what happened to Diego, whether there was contact between those two drivers. Man, you look down sometimes here, you miss it. Vasquez has gone to second. Tristan Young back to third. Hoffman fourth. LaRocque goes all the way back to P5. I missed it. White flag going to fly this time by. 1 to go for Liam Lech. Zimmer in second. Holtzman third. Macy Williams fourth. David Cole had the camera pointed in a different direction. He heard it. It happened behind him. I didn't see it as I was looking down here. There's a pass there further back, more racing as well. As I believe Deanna Hoffman going by. Indeed, Deanna Hoffman able to get by Tristan Young. That's for P3. But here come the leader right now in the Senior ROK class, and it's Liam Lech with the victory. Lech wins. Zimmer gets back to second. Jensen Holtzman third. And not that far back, Macy Williams in fourth. Frankie Mossman down the back straightaway, and he will roll his way here into the race win. We're not done with the final position on the podium, though, because Hoffman and Young are going to go at it. Here comes Mossman with the victory. Young to the inside of Hoffman. Does Hoffman try it back? She's not quite close enough. Young goes back as Vasquez takes second, setting it up. And Tristan Young getting through to take over that third spot. So Lech, Zimmer, Holtzman, and Williams, your four drivers coming home in senior. Mossman, Vasquez, Young, Hoffman, and LaRocque, the top five in junior ROK. As I said, I didn't get a chance to see what happened there between Vasquez and LaRocque. But Vasquez coming through to second. LaRocque falling back into the fifth spot. And indeed, Liam Lech with the win, and as did the same for Frankie Mossman. So our combined junior and senior ROK main event is done. Next up on the EKN Radio Network, it's Mini ROK. You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and Esprit chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the ROK Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, the United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, Esprit, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN radio network. Drivers in the mini rock category now getting onto the racetrack and getting things rolling here. 15 in total. And one of the drivers to watch, of course, coming from the very tail of the field, that'll be John Antonino starting 15th. Yesterday's winner having an issue in the pre-final. He'll start dead last. Up front, his teammate Gage Corn going to start P1 alongside Gavin Witt. Row 2 will be Cypress Andrus and Alex Chartier. Row 3, Rocky Moran and Kyle Drysdale. Row 4, Nick Eggleston and Devin Waltz. On row 5, it'll be Jacob Longnecker and Alexander Jacoby. And on row 6, Keegan Rabakov and Truly Adams. Row 7, Charlie Smith and Drew Waltz. And as I said, from the tail of the field, John Antonino, where can he get up to the opening circuit? They're into their staging lanes. And we're racing. Outside line, though, was well ahead. We'll see what happens when they work their way into 10, 11, and 12 here. Interesting start to be certain. Oh, a couple drivers together. One of them, we got a GFC, we got a comp kart. That's the 175 involved, I believe. And Cypress Andrus, I believe, as well. Rocky Moran was involved. I think that's Alexander Jacoby and Charlie Smith. So Charlie Smith, Alexander Jacoby, Rocky Moran, and Cypress Andrus, the drivers involved in the incident over in turn number 11. Everybody trying to go for the same real estate on the exit of that corner, but that'll put all 3 of those drivers on the sidelines. Tough one, of course, for both Andrus and Rocky Moran. You would have had to expect they would have fought for a podium finish like they did yesterday. Yellow flag still flying down to the end of that corner. Drivers working their way through that corner now. It looks like Rocky Moran trying to refire to see if he can't get back in the race. Thinking about points. 171 is not refired as of yet. He's just sitting in the seat right now. And he does get it to roll, so Rocky's going to get out there. And just coming across the line is going to give him a couple spots, probably. I know actually it won't, but if he stays on the racetrack and waits for a little more attrition, there's a possibility he'll get a couple more points. May not be the worst idea. We'll see whether or not he just drives back to the scales or continues to get some laps in here. Yeah, he's going to keep running. So Moran will go a lap down. Up front, though, Alex Chartier has been able to go to the lead. Gavin Witt into second. John Antonino, folks, after the opening lap, up to 7th. He started dead last, and of course that chaos in front of him allowed him to get through. Now they got to settle in. I think he's in the 7th spot now for Antonino. Now you just take your time. 14-minute main event. Chartier, the leader. Gavin Witt into second. Here's your top. Let's give you the top. Might as well go top 10. Chartier, Witt, Korn, 1, 2, 3. Devin Waltz up to fourth. Nick Eggleston in fifth. Truly Adams sixth. John Antonino seventh. And it's Kyle Drysdale in eighth. Then Jacob Longnecker ninth. That's really the front group. Then a second back to Keegan Rabikoff. 3.3 back to Drew Waltz. 4.8 back to Cypress Andrews. And as we said, Rocky Moran a lap back. He'll need some more attrition to get some more spots. John Antonino is going to slowly start working his way forward now. He'll looking for his teammate Gage Korn to team up with him as well. And they're actually lined up now. It's Antonino in sixth. Korn, I believe, in seventh. So race number 4 underway. GFC Karting sponsored Mini Rock. And they're actually throwing the black flag to Rocky Moran. Lap down. He'll head to the scales. Ends up 13th. Chartier still leading. Gavin Witt slotting into second. Devin Waltz in third. Fourth is Truly Adams. Fifth is Gage Korn. Top 9 drivers just 1.5 seconds apart. That's the lead group here in Mini Rock. Alex Chartier out front, but Gavin Witt thinking about pushing him, thinking about passing him, looks to the outside a bit in 10. John Antonino working his way forward. He's now into the 4th spot. Yesterday's winner from dead last to P4. Truly Adams down the inside of the 124 of Eggleston. Then it's the number 120 of Drysdale in there as well. They're running 2 wide through 1, 2, and 3. I'll say this about the Mini Rock drivers here this weekend. They have been very impressive in terms of their racecraft in these lead groups, giving each other room, coming through 1, 2, 3. We know that's that right, left, right combination. It's a tough part to go 2 by 2, and they've done that. There goes Antonino to the inside of Devin Waltz. Move John Antonino now up into the 3rd spot. Antonino goes to P3. He is working his way forward. Four-driver breakaway potentially here with Chartier, Witt, Antonino, and Waltz. They got almost a full second back to the next group, which I think has Truly Adams up front. Eggleston was 5th, but I believe Adams has tucked through to get that P5 position. Then it's 5 more. So it's Chartier, Witt, Antonino, and Eggleston, and almost a full second back, rather than Waltz. And then you got Eggleston, Adams, Korn, Drysdale, and Longnecker. And again, it's Truly Adams actually to P5. Eggleston in the 6th spot. Gavin Witt's gone to P1, and they have moved Alex Chartier back into 4th. Waltz now up into 3rd. Antonino looking to try to push Gavin Witt away. A lot of action in this one. Just coming to the halfway point of the 14-minute run. We expect these guys to be able to do the full 16 laps. Yeah, I expect to see this go full distance. We've got a 2-driver breakaway, though. Gavin Witt and John Antonino pulling away. Antonino's going to look to the inside. He's going to go to the lead. This is last to first in 7 laps. Antonino started back in 15th. He's now P1. John Antonino on that race factory machine. Goes to the front here. $15 drivers in total in this mini rock class. Antonino now leading with Gavin Witt. We'll see if the two of those are able to pull away. You have to think that Antonino, the quickest driver on the racetrack, at 51.919 is best. A couple other drivers in that lead group getting down into the 51, so potential for them to pull up. But right now it's Antonino and Witt stretching away. Over 0.7 of a second was the gap. Probably almost a full second now as they come through the inner part of the racetrack over to turn 8 again. 2-driver breakaway up front. And then the next group with Alex Chartier, Truly Adams, and Devin Waltz. Good run for Truly Adams as well. Started back in the 12th position. Now running P4. Yeah, this is a solid breakaway. Now they're over a second out on Alex Chartier. So starting from the tail of the field, I said to keep an eye on John Antonino. He got to 7th place by the opening lap and just methodically worked his way forward. And now he and Gavin Witt dialing things in. It's been a good run so far for Gavin Witt. Qualified top 3, ran top 3 in the pre-main, and now finds himself second to Antonino here. So the driver out of Littleton, Colorado, in the comp cart for Forward Direction Motorsports, having a really strong run. A great way to start off the 2021 season here at the Challenge. He's actually looking really racy. This is going to be a good battle between these two drivers. Pretty much 3.5 minutes still to go. Couple drivers together over in turn number 8. Again, drivers together in turn 8. We'll find out when they fall down the order here. Gage Korn might have been involved there. I don't know. I don't see Gage coming through here. I think he's one of the drivers that potentially had an issue. Yeah, one driver's off the track. That's going to be Gage Korn. Already hearing the chatter up here with race directors talking about it, and I think it was probably a racing incident. Gage Korn falling down the order. Drew Waltz, I believe, involved as well. So Drew Waltz and Gage Korn, they were running up there in that really 5th, 6th, 7th area. And contact between those drivers in turn number 8, and they are both out of the race here. So again, 2-driver breakaway, but we still have that drivers running 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And it's right now the 127 of Alex Chartier back to 3rd, the 120 of Kyle Drysdale in 4th, and Truly Adams in the 145 and 5th. Nick Eggleston just turned his fast lap with a 52.06 7, and he's trying to close up here on Truly Adams as well. That's part of this group. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Chartier all the way back to Longnecker. Longnecker had to look to the inside of Eggleston at the end of the back straightaway. Didn't quite get her done, but man, they're all together here now. 3 back to 7. Chartier trying to put the laps down. He needs to potentially pull away. 1.5 remaining. At least until we see the white flag, too. Not the checker. It's still we see the white flag. So what's Gavin Witt going to do here? This is interesting because we've still got a couple of laps to go. They're going to get back here before the white. They may even get back here quick enough to get another lap. No. Oh, yeah, we're going 16. That's right. As I said earlier, I'm keep looking at the time, but it's actually going to be 16 laps. So white flag will fly here. We are going the full distance here. They're able to get all of their 16 laps within that 14-minute time limit. So, yeah, this is it. And we got a great battle for the lead and a great battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Who's going to come home here? Oh, big move from further back. Truly Adams goes into P3, but goes back to 4th now. Antonino still leading. Adams looking to the inside of Chartier through 6. He'll take the spot away, and almost a spin for Chartier. Drysdale's in there, too. Truly Adams now into 3rd. It's still Antonino as the leader. Can he pull away on the final lap here? This is it for Mini Rock. Down the back straightaway. Gavin Witt looking to try to go for the win on Antonino. Antonino to the bottom of the racetrack into turn 10. Needs to be a big wide run here for Witt. Not close enough to make a move. How about the over-under? Gets a bit closer coming out of turn 11 and 12. Antonino's not going to open the door, and he'll take the win. John Antonino wins it. Gavin Witt in 2nd, and here comes the fight. Chartier. Nice final lap for Alex Chartier as he ends up going to the podium P3. Truly Adams in 4th. Kyle Drysdale 5th. Nick Eggleston 6th. And Jacob Longnecker in 7th. Those top 7 drivers. Man, what a fight there from 3rd back to 7th rather. 0.6 of a second at the line coming across the stripe. John Antonino, though, started dead last, 15th, 7th at the end of the opening lap. And then just picked them off one by one, went to the lead, took Gavin Witt with him to pull away, and Witt just not quite enough to be able to mount a challenge on the final circuit. Antonino wins by 0.2 of a second. Witt in 2nd, and Alex Chartier came out of a hectic final lap to grab the final spot on the podium in 3rd. Big one there for the GFC-sponsored Mini Rock category. And again, we've got 5 more races still to go. Shifter Rock up next, live here on the EKN Radio Network. You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. Motor mounts are critical to producing 100% of the power your engine has to get you on the podium each and every time. Odenthal Racing Products provide the best motor mounts in the karting market today. Odenthal Racing Products is a family-owned and operated business with decades of karting experience, providing products with unmatched quality and value for the karting market. Our newest product is the Pro Series mount for 2-cycle engines, available in 0, 5, and 8-degree angles, providing a rigid structure to help keep vibration to a medium with fins underneath to help dissipate heat off the engine. Our 4-cycle EZ set is one of the most popular mounts for the Briggs & Stratton 206 power plant. Multiple mounting holes provide the most adjustability depending on your chassis and seat placement. To ensure a tight fit to your chassis, ORP wedge clamps get the job done, featuring a number of updates to its design for a lower profile and lighter weight. The clamps are available from 28mm to 32mm in both standard and Euro sizes. Head to OdenthalRacing.com and find a dealer near you. Odenthal Racing Products, made in the USA. experience, and passion. That's what led to the launch of AMAX Racing. Owner Charles Maxwell began AMAX Racing in 2015, expanding the operation in 2019 with a focus on driver development for drivers of all age groups and backgrounds. From top-level drivers to grassroots racers or families looking for a team that will help them achieve their goals, AMAX Racing can guide you with the absolute best trackside service at affordable prices. No matter the chassis, AMAX Racing welcomes you and has the experience to put you on the top of the podium. You can join the AMAX Racing family at the WK Manufacturers Cup Series, Route 66 Sprint Series, and local events around the Indianapolis area. The operation is also set to compete at the ROK the Rio and SCUSA Super Nationals later this season. For more information, contact them at 317-437-5886 or find them on Facebook. AMAX Racing, all of your karting needs under 110. From the trusted name in truck tires comes the Cooper Discoverer AT3 family of tires. The Discoverer AT3 was developed with adaptive traction technology for better handling on any surface with maximum grip in all seasons. The Discoverer AT3 was built with durable tread technology for all-season traction and extreme durability when hauling. And the Discoverer AT3 was made for confidence when hauling extreme loads and is available in larger sizes. These tires are designed with the reliability and durability you need to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the Discoverer AT3 family of tires at coopertire.com. Go with the Coopers. Are you a kart shop owner looking for a new line of products to put on your sales shelf? If so, it's time to make a call to Courtney Concepts. Courtney Concepts is pleased to offer the entire AF radiator line of products, including radiators, radiator mounts, water pumps, hoses, and IAMI X30 radiator curtains. Courtney Concepts is also a distributor for a number of popular products used every weekend at the kart track, including Motul Oil, Arcade and Regina Chain, and NKP. Other products that Courtney Concepts is proud to distribute include ICO bearings, coil bearings, ARS oil seals, XAM sprockets, and Frixa brake rotors and pads. Courtney also distributes MC racing silencers and Opama hour meters. For more information on all the products we distribute, head to CourtneyConcepts.com. In racing, experience is priceless. Franklin Motorsports is a leader in the karting industry. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN radio network. Well, things getting interesting here right now. Reports from people coming back into the booth here that the temperature has dropped, the wind is picking up, and indeed black clouds starting to work their way over the mountainside coming up north from the city. And as the shifter car drivers roll out here, it's interesting. Do we have pending rain? We'll see. But set to go here again. Main event for Sweet Tech Shifter ROK. And it'll be Remo Rossetti starting on the pole position alongside Micah Hendricks. Row 2 will be Alan Shudo and Jack Crawford. On row 3, we'll have Enzo Prevo alongside Jacob Gulick. On row 4, it'll be Ethan Ho and Robert Heck Jr. Row 5, we'll see Nick Piercing start alongside Dustin Salaveria. On row number 6, Ryan Martin and Josh Campbell. Row 7, Anthony Fries and Monroe Jordan. On row 8, it'll be Kyle Wick and Corey Milne. Row 9, Tyler Krennick and Cole Bailey. And coming from the tail of the field, we've got Connor Wick and Keon Tandon. Lots of quick drivers coming from the back. Keep an eye on the number 409 starting 15th, Kyle Wick. He is going to have a target on everybody in front of him. He's got to work forward as quick as possible. But the guy that dominated yesterday, Remo Rossetti on the pole. Field set. Green, green, green. Horrible start for Jack Crawford as he gets swallowed up into the infield. He's going to go back to probably 8th or 9th, maybe even more. Hendricks gets shuffled off on the outside of turn number 11. He dives back in. He's going to end up probably 15th. He's fighting now with a 419. That's battling with Connor Wick. Whole shot, though, goes to Rainbow City as well. What a great start for him to get out. Alan Shudo jumping up into a second. Jacob Gulick goes to third. Prevost to fourth. Fifth now is Ethan Ho. And Hendricks is off. Coming out of turn number 4. Driver was so impressive yesterday. Micah Hendricks off the racetrack. Inside of the racetrack in turn number 4. That's it for the Illuminos driver. Contact. I think he may have got hit over in turn number 11 on the start. It was definitely aggressive. Drivers getting after each other in a big way. Rough start for Crawford, as I said. He fell all the way back, ends up in 8th position. Just didn't get off the line. Remo Rossetti leading, though, by 7/10. Everybody's settling in now. We're watching this battle further back because Kyle Wick is coming. He just made the P9. Robert Heck Jr. running in 6th. Crawford 7th. Wick now into 8th. And Nick Persing into 9th. As Wick is moving. Kyle Wick up on it. And I think it may be raining out there. Definitely starting to flirt with some rain. The wind is picking up in a big way, and it is cold out there. This will make things super interesting on the track here right now. Hard to see from my vantage point here, but I believe we are getting some precipitation out there starting to come. 406 at Corey Milne slowing up. He'll call it a day as well. It'll change the things for the remaining races if indeed this rain does get here. We still have 4 more main events to come. Remo Rossetti is the leader. You know the drivers, if the rain's coming, they can see it on the visors. Alan Shudo still having a really good run up into that 2nd spot. Kyle Wick, though, started deep in the field in 15th, has worked his way to 6th. And another purple lap for him as well. 45.338 for Kyle Wick. Wick up into the 6th spot. He's got some open racetrack to go to work to try to close here as well. Flirting with a little bit of moisture, but not a lot as of yet. Remo Rossetti still leading the way. Watching for Kyle Wick to get up on the wheel. The next guy that he'll close up on here would be Ethan Ho. He goes purple again, Kyle Wick. Half second faster than Ethan Ho. He's going to be there momentarily. He is 3/10 quicker than the leader right now. Remember, got the fresher tires too because he had the issue. Not unbelievably fresher, but fresher. So, just got an update from Matty Yeager coming into the tower here. It is sprinkling out there right now. Wind picking up in a big way as well. As I said, the clouds were getting darker. Drivers going to have to be very smart with what they do here on this racetrack. Shudo still running. Here comes Wick closing up here on Ethan Ho. 4/10 quicker again. Wick is on to Ethan Ho right now. Got to make that pass quick. Let's keep an eye on that particular battle right now. Kyle Wick in the GFC number 409. Trying to get by Ethan Ho, setting up to potentially do it in turn 8 on the brakes. Not quite. Got to get out of 8 quickly. This should be a pass here for Wick. Yeah, he's all up on top of him coming down the straightaway. Had to check up a little bit, though. He kind of caught him at the kink. Not the optimal timing. Wick's going to try to crisscross. Can't get the pass done over in turn 11 either. He's getting caught up behind Ethan Ho. Wick tosses it into 1. See it on this fight. That would be for P5, but it's Wick trying to work forward because Raymore City's up to a 1.5 second lead. Wick has not been able to get by him. He's not close enough to do it again. I think maybe more potentially setting it up to get out of turn 8. He got caught up behind him. There you go, out of turn number 8. He has got way more. He just needs to set it up. Here comes Wick. Better run. He'll look to the inside to turn number 10. Down the inside. Side by side. Book it. Ethan tried to hold down on him, and there was a bit of contact, but he was already in there. And Wick now works his way to P5. Next up for him will be the 425 Enzo Prevo. Wick down to P5. That was old school shifter kart racing. Getting down the bottom. Had the spot. Ethan tried to pinch down a little bit, and a little contact. Ethan went back up the track, and Wick able to close in. He's got the same kind of run here now on Enzo Prevo, and it seems to be that really good mid-range there for Wick, but he's got to make sure he's got enough room coming through. He's got good mid-range, good top, working his way down the back chute. Closing up on Enzo Prevo now. And it's still, there's a power attempt further back, some aggressive move there between Cole Bailey and Jack Crawford. Bailey tried to get to the inside. He's going to throw it to the inside of 1. Can't quite get it done. Bailey, though, all over him. He's over and under. Big shot out of the corner. Bailey to the inside of 4. They're side by side. Cole Bailey throwing everything at him. Little tap in the back. What a battle here now for 7th. Crawford trying to hold off Cole Bailey. And I believe he's by. I think Wick may be by. Now pick up the battle here once again. Well out front. Yeah, Kyle Wick's into P4. Gets by Prevo. Still 6 and a bit minutes remaining. But we got at least 7 or 8 laps to go. Maybe 9. I think we probably got 9 to go. I bet we get to 19. Temperatures dropping. A little bit of precipitation. Again, what does Kyle Wick have here right now? Last time by 45.6. Not quite as quick as Rossetti, but he was a 10th quicker than Jacob Gulick and a 10th quicker than Alan Shudo. That's 2nd and 3rd. Wick trying to get himself onto the podium here. Prevo runs in 5th. 6th is Ho. 7th, Crawford. 8th, Bailey. 9th is Keon Tandon, who started deep in the field as well. 20th, dead last. Tandon from 20th up into 9th. Nick Piercing now 10th. Wick again, a full 10th quicker than those in front of him. But Rainbow City long gone. 2 seconds up the road. 5 minutes remaining. 100cc Junior up next. SwedeTech, the sponsor of our Shifter Rock category. And Kyle Wick continues to push forward here. We had a great fight a couple of laps back between Cole Bailey and Jack Crawford. Cole still within about a 10th, but hasn't been able to close back up again. Wick again, a 10th quicker than Gulick, 2 tenths quicker than Shudo. Started 15th, up into 4th now for Kyle Wick. Again, Bailey looking to the inside. Throwing everything at Jack Crawford. That's for 7th. Wick now right there on Jacob Gulick. That's GFC karts running 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Ethan Ho trying to find a way by Enzo Prevo as well. Wick closing right up on Jacob Gulick. Still a lot. Probably still 6 laps remaining. Now Wick is by Gulick. Wick has got to P3. Wick to 3rd. From 15th up to P3 for Kyle Wick. He's trying to keep himself in this championship hunt. Kyle Wick on the GFC machine. Big lead for City. Kyle Wick now putting the pressure on Alan Shudo. Driver's already out of the race. Micah Hendricks early, Corey Milne, as I had said, just the 2. I think Kyle Wick is through. Wick is through to 2nd. Kyle Wick to P2. David Cole looking out at the mountain on the back part of the racetrack here, the backdrop, and you can see the rain falling. It's coming. We got yellow flag flying as well. Driver off over on the exit of turn number 10. One of the GFC cars. For who that might be Josh Campbell. I think that might be Josh Campbell out over there. Kyle Wick into 2nd spot. Last time by. 3.1 seconds to lead though for Ramo Rossetti. Laps closing down here. Like I said, we may get to lap 18 or 19 in our 14-minute time session here. And this is why we're, of course, doing the time session, because when the rain does come, lap times are going to be a lot longer, a lot slower. So it's that time session of 14 minutes. We're done with both mini and micro. A couple more drivers off the back part of the racetrack over at turn number 10. 2 drivers out of it. Looks like it could be, yeah, Keon Tandon was one of the drivers involved. Ethan Ho and Keon Tandon together at the end of the straightaway. That's moving Cole Bailey to 6th because Cole Bailey was able to get by Jack Crawford as well. I don't know that our leader is going to be able to get back here in time. We'll see. It's going to be super close to see if we go white flag here or not. He does not do it. 2 more laps. 2 more. He just snuck in here with 1 second left. So 2 more to go. And look at this battle here further back coming across the line right now, led by Nick Piercing. That's 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Piercing, Heck, Wick, Salaveria, and Monroe Jordan, nose to tail. There's great racing all the way through. Oh, we potentially have lost Jack Crawford. Looking around the racetrack. Crawford's out. He was out in the incident over here. Jack Crawford is out as well, I think. That might be Jack. Yeah, 1 lap later, Jack Crawford potentially out over in turn number 10. So Crawford's out as well. So shaking things up. White flag flying. Oh, are we getting a bit of rain out there now? Because the drivers look like they're having to work the wheel. They are. It's raining. It's flat raining out here now. Drivers trying to hold on to the racetrack. Wick doing everything he can. It is wet out there now. Crawford potentially went off. David, you're correct with the wetness in the back part of the straightaway. Drivers just trying to bring it home here. Checkered flag will fly next time, but they can't even turn. Here comes, off the racetrack goes the leader, but he gets back on. Raymond Rossini drove off at the kink. Look at Wick pushing hard to catch him. Kyle Wick's trying to catch him here. Trying to find some grip. It's going to get close. There's a big fight for third. One driver goes off the track. Rossini's trying to get home here. Wick's trying to catch him. Rain's flying. He's going to get it done. And it's a win. I can't believe it. Wick goes from 50. We got drivers off the racetrack. It's going to be Prevost. Prevost comes home for third. It is wet, folks. The rain's falling. These drivers doing everything they can. Every time they go into the corner, it's full opposite lock. This is nuts. Here's the fight to the end. Monroe Jordan able to get by Heck. That was for 7th. These guys just trying to put the power down. The rain coming on the penultimate lap. Drivers off the racetrack left and right. Connor Wick just able to get back. We lost Keon Tandon, Ethan Ho, they got together. Crawford went off over the end of the back straightaway. Ramo Rossini was, I think, 3.5, almost 4 seconds out in the lead. Ends up 2.2 because Kyle Wick was wheeling it, trying to close up. He was so much quicker coming through the kink on the back straightaway. And Ramo Rossini ends up with the win. Sweeps the weekend. 2.2 seconds to victory for Rossini. Kyle Wick ends up in second. Enzo Prevost on the podium in third. Jacob Gulick in fourth. Here you go. Our fast lap was 45. The last lap, 59 seconds. They were 14 seconds off the pace on the last lap. Wow. That was wild. Oh, yeah, David Cole come up with a perfect example. The only reason that happened was because Rossini got across the line with 1 second to go, so we couldn't throw the white yet. We would have been done. Their cool-down lap would have been in that, and they would have went straight to the paddock anyways, into the scales. We would not have been on the racetrack for that had it not been for the fact. And Remo came out of the corner and just cruised a little bit, broke the throttle. Wow. Well, whatever. We got a good battle out of it. Ramo Rossini with the win. Kyle Wick second, and Enzo Prevost. That'll be your podium. Jacob Gulick ends up fourth. Cole Bailey fifth. Alan Shudo falls back to sixth in the final lap. Couldn't get it turned up in turn number 10. Monroe Jordan just outgunning Robert Heck Jr. at the line. Same goes for Dustin Salaveria just in front of Nick Piercing to cap off your top 10. That was some excitement for sure. And again, we talked about this all day long. Was it going to come? We could potentially have more rain. Well, there's your answer, folks. It's here. And again, time schedule. This is why we're doing the time sessions. 5 more races still to come. 100cc Junior, 100cc Masters. Make it 4 races to come. 100cc Junior, then Masters. Shifter Rock for Masters drivers, then 100cc Senior. So 4 more races to go. There'll be 14-minute races. And get ready. We're going rain racing here, I think, folks. We got a lot of cleanup to do first. Stay with us. More to come here on the EKN Radio Network. You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. In racing, experience is priceless. Franklin Motorsports is a leader in the karting industry with over 50 years of combined karting experience, and we can provide you with everything you need to go racing. With a large online product selection, select track support events, and a wide variety of shop services, Franklin Motorsports is your complete karting source. Check out our online store at www.franklinkart.com, where all our products are just a mouse click away. We're constantly adding to the growing product selection on the online store, and we ship daily to ensure products get to you quickly. We specialize in IAME engines, Tillett seats, ceramic products, Driveline branded products, Briggs & Stratton engines, OTK products, and of course, the championship-winning Merlin chassis. In our online store, you'll find a variety of items to fill your karting needs. Franklin Motorsports is also known for our wide variety of services and is home to Innovative Engine Works by FMS, our in-house engine service department. Frame straightening, kart prep, and dyno testing are all services offered regularly at Franklin Motorsports. For all things karting, visit franklinkart.com. All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and Esprit chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the Rock Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, Esprit, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly. Motor mounts are critical to producing 100% of the power your engine has to get you on the podium each and every time. Odenthal Racing Products provide the best motor mounts in the karting market today. Odenthal Racing Products is a family-owned and operated business with decades of karting experience, providing products with unmatched quality and value for the karting market. Our newest product is the Pro Series mount for 2-cycle engines, available in 0, 5, and 8 degree angles, providing a rigid structure to help keep vibration to a medium with fins underneath to help dissipate heat off the engine. Our 4-cycle EZ set is one of the most popular mounts for the Briggs & Stratton 206 power plant. Multiple mounting holes provide the most adjustability depending on your chassis and seat placement. To ensure a tight fit to your chassis, ORP wedge clamps get the job done, featuring a number of updates to its design for a lower profile and lighter weight. The clamps are available from 28mm to 32mm in both standard and Euro sizes. Head to OdenthalRacing.com and find a dealer near you. Odenthal Racing Products, made in the USA. Experience and passion. That's what led to the launch of AMAX Racing. Owner Charles Maxwell began AMAX Racing in 2015, expanding the operation in 2019 with a focus on driver development for drivers of all age groups and backgrounds. From top-level drivers to grassroots racers or families looking for a team that will help them achieve their goals, AMAX Racing can guide you with the absolute best trackside service at affordable prices. No matter the chassis, AMAX Racing welcomes you and has the experience to put you on the top of the podium. You can join the AMAX Racing family at the WK Manufacturers Cup Series, Route 66 Sprint Series, and local events around the Indianapolis area. The operation is also set to compete at the Rock the Rio and SCUSA Super Nationals later this season. For more information, contact them at 317-437-5886 or find them on Facebook. AMAX Racing, all of your karting needs under one tent. From the trusted name in truck tires comes the Cooper Discoverer AT3 family of tires. The Discoverer AT3 was developed with adaptive traction technology for better handling on any surface with maximum grip in all seasons. The Discoverer AT3 was built with durable tread technology for all-season traction and extreme durability when hauling. And the Discoverer AT3 was made for confidence when hauling extreme loads and is available in larger sizes. These tires are designed with the reliability and durability you need to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the Discoverer AT3 family of tires at coopertire.com. Go with the Coopers. Are you a kart shop owner looking for a new line of products to put on your sales shelf? If so, it's time to make a call to Courtney Concepts. Courtney Concepts is pleased to offer the entire AF radiator line of products, including radiators, radiator mounts, water pumps, hoses, and IAMI X30 radiator curtains. Courtney Concepts is also a distributor for a number of popular products used every weekend at the kart track, including Motul Oil, RK and Regina Chain, and NKP. Other products that Courtney Concepts is proud to distribute include ICO bearings, Koyo bearings, ARS oil seals, XAM sprockets, and Frixa brake rotors and pads. Courtney also distributes MC racing silencers and Opama hour meters. For more information on all the products we distribute, head to CourtneyConcepts.com. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN radio network. Well, we definitely hit the turning point in the action in the last race, which was of course, the main event for Shift to Rock, as the rain did arrive, but it's essentially blown through. The rain has stopped. We got hit by one cell, essentially. Now, granted, there's more darkness coming through this area, but I'm not sure that we're going to get it or not. We do have a fully wet racetrack, so of course all the teams getting set to go here in the 100cc junior main event, scrambling to get everything dialed in and ready to go, wet weather racing. So again, they have worked their way out here on the racetrack. Steven Eisert will start on the pole alongside Laney Benjamin. Row 2 will have Christian Cameron alongside Anthony White. Row 3 will be G3 Arguros and Lydia Small. On row 4, it'll be Zach Meyer and Cooper Auclair. On row 5, it'll be Corbin Ruschenberg and Alex McPherson-Wyman. Row 6, Alex Rantala and Preston Lambert. And on row number 7 will be William Ginn. The drivers now working their way around to get things back underway here. So drivers getting themselves through turn number 8, and this is obviously always an interesting thing for me, is when you go from a dry race to a rain race, seeing how the drivers will handle that first corner here. And the thing about this racetrack, banked corner turn 10, off-camber corner turn 11, and off-camber always precarious in the wet. Drivers spooling up, and we're underway. 100cc junior getting rolling, and Eisert will lead them into turn number 10 for the first time. Everyone tiptoeing through, being calm on the throttle. There's always that sense you want to attack, but pretty easy to go around when you get on the throttle, especially in the off-camber turn 11. Everybody playing nicely so far, getting a feel for the wetness. What kind of grip levels do we have? Driver late to the grid, the 826 of Corbin Ruschenberg. On the racetrack now, but wasn't able to get off the grid and out in time to be able to catch the tail of the field. So otherwise, we're rolling, and Steven Eisert's come out to a pretty solid little lead to start. Eisert down the straightaway. We'll give you an update on the lead he's been able to pull her early here, and it's always the great equalizer, right? The rain, it's tough. And we'll see whether or not, or see who really handles it the best here. Sun coming back out, but the track is totally drenched. Eisert with the lead. Christian Cameron into second. Laney Benjamin third. Lydia Small up to fourth. Zach Meyer in fifth. Anthony White sixth. Cooper Auclair seventh. G3 Arguros in eighth. Alex Rantala ninth. And Preston Lambert rounding out the top 10. 1.7 seconds the gap for Steven Eisert. Not only was he quick in the dry, he is quick in the wet as well. As no worries with him pulling away as he has. Sun shining once again, as I said. We still have black clouds. Even though the sun's out in the middle here, we got black clouds all around the racetrack. We'll see how it plays out for the remainder of the day as we have 3 more races after this. 100cc Masters will be up next. Then we'll have the Masters Shifters and then 100cc. .1 seconds the lead. Got a couple good battles a little further back. The battle for 5th and 6th is pretty solid here right now. Anthony White and Zach Meyer. Anthony White goes to the inside of turn 10. He's got the outside line, trying to get that grip control. Meyer still holding on to the inside. Steven Eisert, still P1, 2.1 second the gap. Lainey Benjamin dialing things up, though. She goes purple here on lap number 3, 55.192. Eisert's lead, 2.3 seconds. Christian Cameron runs second. Lainey Benjamin in third. Fourth, Lydia Small. Fifth, Anthony White. Sixth, Zach Meyer. Seventh, G3R Heroes. Eighth, Cooper O'Clair. Ninth, Alex Rantala. 10th is Preston Lambert. 11th, Alex McPherson Wyman. 12th, William Ginn. And 13th, Corbin Rauschenberg. Again, we'll keep watching this track because if we don't get any more rain, will we have another transition where somewhere in one of these races it's going to be a good idea to start on the dries because it's going to be good enough by the end. That'll be interesting to see. We got ourselves some battles here, I'll tell you, because second place is not done. Laney Benjamin has just settled right in there behind Christian Cameron and keeps turning fast lap after fast lap. Gap is under 2 seconds. Last time by, Laney was 0.3 quicker than Steven Eisert. This should be interesting. Still over 5 minutes remaining. Here goes Benjamin to the outside of Cameron. Trying to run that outside line. Cameron's still on the inside. Benjamin setting up for a crisscross. Yeah, there's Benjamin to the inside. Book it. Take the spot away in P11. Benjamin to second. Does she have what it takes to reel in the leader? We'll definitely look at lap times here. Last time by, Benjamin a half a second quicker than Eisert. We're going to have a fight potentially for the race win here with still over 4.5 minutes remaining. Yeah, Benjamin most definitely closing. Goes purple again, 54.607, 0.6 faster. Watching this scrap coming through turns number 5 and 6. And Benjamin super quick coming through. Man, so much quicker through that particular part of the racetrack. She's back on the throttle out of turn number 8. Benjamin right there on Eisert now as they come out at turn number 10. Get a pass for the lead here. She's setting it up. Now, she's caught him. She's got a faster kart. Handling it well. Oh, into the inside of turn 2 and the curb. She's through. Benjamin taking the lead. Great pass there for Lady Benjamin. Didn't wait. Was able to get to the inside at turn number 2 and took the spot away. So new leader, Laney Benjamin. She had gone purple again last lap, 54.460. And now she'll look to pull away. Eisert back to second. Cameron third. Lydia Small fourth. Anthony White rounding out the top 5. Two and a half minutes remaining. Do we see that white flag? 100cc Masters up next. Alex McPherson Wyman in the 805 off the racetrack over in turn number 10 has gone off the top part of the track. Comp kart driver. It's like done for this race here. Yellow flag in that corner. Benjamin coming out of 12 once again. Look over her shoulder, see what she's got. Another purple lap, 54.337. She's literally a half a second faster than everybody right now. Benjamin still leading the way and stretching away. Still quicker, leading now by 1.3 seconds. We're into the final minute here. We'll see the white flag fly, I believe, next time by. Indeed, we will. The final lap here. White flag flying. And with the 16 lapper here for the drivers in the 100cc junior class. Of course, the seniors will be out next. Or Masters, rather, out next. 3 more races still to go. Let's look at this racing further back here. That's Zach Meyer and Cooper O'Clair and Alex Rantala. Meyer able to hold off. Cooper O'Clair made a move there in turn number 11. So still some good racing. That's probably the best battle right there. Still potentially the fight for second as Christian Cameron trying to find a way by yesterday's winner. Oh, and Cameron throws it into 10 to try it. Couldn't quite make it stick. Impressive run here in the wet, folks. The winner today in 100cc Junior, Laney Benjamin. Pumping the fist. Laney Benjamin wins by 2.1 seconds. Steven Eiser coming home second. Christian Cameron third. Lydia Small fourth. Anthony White sliding her through here to take the 5th spot. G3 our heroes in 6th. Here's that 7th, 8th, 9th battle. And Zach Meyer going to come out with 7th. Cooper O'Clair in 8th. Fast lap, the last one for Cooper. Alex Rantala 9th. Preston Lambert 10th. And William Ginn, last driver to come home here. Corbin Ruschenberg as well. That'll wrap things up. Italcart sponsored 100cc Junior, the main event belonging to Laney Benjamin. And she wins by 2.1 seconds over Steven Eisert and Christian Cameron. 3 more races still to come to cap off the day. 100cc Masters, Master Shifter, and 100cc Senior. 3 more races, and we'll get back at it live here on the EKN Radio Network. You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. In racing, experience is priceless. Franklin Motorsports is a leader in the karting industry with over 50 years of combined karting experience, and we can provide you with everything you need to go racing. With a large online product selection, select track support events, and a wide variety of shop services, Franklin Motorsports is your complete karting source. Check out our online store at www.franklinkart.com, where all our products are just a mouse click away. We're constantly adding to the growing product selection on the online store, and we ship daily to ensure products get to you quickly. We specialize in IAME engines, Tillett seats, ceramic products, driveline branded products, Briggs & Stratton engines, OTK products, and of course, the championship-winning Merlin chassis. In our online store, you'll find a variety of items to fill your karting needs. Franklin Motorsports is also known for our wide variety of services and is home to Innovative Engine Works by FMS, our in-house engine service department. Frame straightening, kart prep, and dyno testing are all services offered regularly at Franklin Motorsports. For all things karting, visit franklinkart.com. All over the karting world, everyone knows
OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and Esprit chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the ROK Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, the United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, Esprit, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN radio network.
Back to live coverage here from Phoenix, Arizona, and a good wet weather run there for Lainey Benjamin as she scores the victory in the 100cc junior class. 100cc senior up next, and the track Masters, I keep saying senior, Masters driver up next, and this will be interesting. Track appears still to be quite wet. I think we're looking at probably 14 minutes of wet weather racing in terms of grip levels. It depends what's going to happen with the last 2. Are we going to stay wet for the entire time? Does more rain come? Do we eventually get potentially some dry action? We'll see. Tim Meyer starting on the pole here in our M2-sponsored 100cc Masters class. Mike Smith will be on the outside of the front row. Brian Phillipson and Dana Estes on row 2. Steve Dunn and Jimmy Gregory on row 3. And David Fedler and Thomas Jackson capping off the 8 drivers that we have in 100cc Masters. Another part of the growth area of the program here, the challenge. A couple years ago, I got a chance to race in this class. We had 2, and then we had 3, then we had 4 that weekend. Jimmy Gregory, of course, supporting that program throughout the year by himself. Now 8 drivers in. And as we know, numbers breed numbers. Hopefully we'll see 10, 15, 20 coming in 2022. Green flag underway, and we're racing. Not a great start for Mike Smith as he falls back from P2 to P3. Phillipson able to get through. First time for these drivers to get a feel for what the track's going to be like. And it's the lead for Meyer. Phillipson goes into second. Mike Smith to third. Dana Estes fourth. Steve Dunn fifth. 6th is Jimmy Gregory. 7th is Thomas Jackson. 8th is David Fedler. So right now it's Tim Meyer who's been able to get out to the initial lead. A decent gap over Brian Phillipson. That early gap right around 1.2 seconds. Mike Smith putting a lot of pressure on Phillipson now to try to find his way by. Dana Estes and Steve Dunn. Oh, almost a big slide here for the 744 of Thomas Jackson as he rolled on the throttle coming out of turn 12. But again, Dana Estes and Steve Dunn running there in 4th and 5th, but a half second separate the 2 of them. Then it's Jimmy Gregory by himself on track. Same goes for David Fedler. Mike Smith up on the wheel to try to get a good run down the straightaway here. Closing up on Phillipson. Not close to get to the inside. Interesting about this racetrack, just kind of the way it's designed. You don't really run that outside line like a lot of the guys do. They'll still run that inside line. So another purple lap for Tim Meyer as well. 55.311. Literally almost a full second faster than his competition. Tim Meyer smoking him here right now. Mike Smith has been able to go into second spot. We'll see if being open he can potentially find some pace, but otherwise Tim Meyer just absolutely rocking it here. Another purple lap for Meyer. Keeps getting quicker. Literally a full second faster. Exactly a full second faster than Mike Smith in the last lap. 44.977 to a 55.977. Meyer just stretching away now. Tough conditions to go back and forth. You know, wet qualifying. Dry pre-final. Back to the wet main event here. And Tim Meyer just schooling him right now out front early on. Again, a 14-minute session for the race here. That's the time limit. 55.4 for Meyer, 55.5 for Smith. There you go. Mike Smith turning his fast lap. It's a 3.2 second gap with still 10 minutes remaining. Always watch the lap times when it comes down to rain racing here, because you never know how the chassis set up, if someone went full wet or did you kind of go that intermediate wet. So if indeed track starts drying up a little bit, whose cart's going to come up here? Meyer, another about 0.3 quicker than Smith, so it's a 3.4 second lead now. No real battles on the racetrack at all at this time. Might still have ourselves a bit of a battle potentially here between Smith and Phillipson still. Brian Phillipson a little bit quicker than Smith that last lap, and only about a second to gap between the two of them. We'll get an update from David Cole when he gets back in here on the condition of the racetrack. Pretty chilly outside, you can tell. Not sure if with that temperature that we're going to get much drying on the track either. It could stay pretty greasy for the rest of the day, even though no more rain. About 6 minutes remaining in the session here right now. Tim Meyer's got that lead up to 4 seconds, but an impressive performance in the wet here. We're still watching a potential battle here between Phillipson and Smith, and it gets all just about lap times, right? Who's quicker this lap, that lap? Smith actually better last time by probably a 2/10, so he's got it to 1.1 seconds. Jimmy Gregory just turned his fast lap of 57.251. He's got a decent little gap over David Fedler, but Fedler keeps pushing to try to get closer. Last time by, Fedler actually quicker by 0.2 of a second. So, yeah, David Fedler closing up big time right now. D-Fed right up on him. Maybe 6 kart lengths as they come out of turn number 8. So Fedler on the forward direction motorsports machine. Look at the wheel he's got going. He's closing up. Looking to the inside. He'll go to the bottom. Book it. Fedler through. So David Fedler goes to P6. They're going to battle it out here right now. This will light a fire under Jimmy Gregory to go back at him. Tim Meyer, 4.5 seconds the lead now. Fedler able to pull away a little bit here from Jimmy Gregory. Turns his best lap there of 56.620. So getting a feel for this now. Again, the track lightly drying up to a certain extent. Not enough to go to wets, I mean, to slick tires, but enough to potentially get, at least you're getting the heat built in the tires as well. And Phillips has definitely closed up to Mike Smith as well. It's less than a half a second to make that probably 4 kart lengths as they come out at turn number 10. 3.5 minutes to go, and Phillips is starting to find a way to close up, and not even to be done either. Dana Estes isn't that far back either. Dana's been digging there as well on the 702. On this last lap, 55.8 for Smith, 55.6 for Phillipson, 55.7 for Estes, so he's closing in. David Fedler going around to that number 776, so he gives up that 6th position to Jimmy Gregory. He was able to reel in. This battle for seconds definitely real as Phillipson now right on the rear bumper of Mike Smith. Estes turns his fast lap, 55.501. He gained 0.6 of a second on that battle. Estes is closing as well. Just over 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes and 15 seconds till we even see the white. Masters Shifter will be up next. Phillipson trying to figure out a way to get by. Dana Estes closing as well. I think we're going to see a 3-driver battle potentially here for second, at least the final 2 spots on the podium. I don't think Estes is done here yet. Yeah, he keeps turning good lap times. Estes quicker by 0.4 of a second on Smith and a half a second on Phillipson. Just 1.3 back now for Dana Estes. He's got to keep digging. Trying to get himself up onto the podium here. Myers lead 4.9. He's got this thing done. Checked out from the get-go. One minute remaining. So this will be interesting. Here comes Myers across the line. Here goes Smith, still holding back Phillipson. Estes, how close is he now? Count at 1.1 seconds. Another 0.3 quicker than Smith. But I think we're going to see, I would expect we'll probably see the white flag this next time by. The lower lap speeds here, I don't think they're going to be able to get around. No, indeed, we're already 15 down to 17, 16, 15 seconds. So white flag's going to fly next time by. Dana Estes running out of time here. He needs them to start battling. He needs a move here to get made by Phillipson. Phillipson's right up on top of Smith, pushing him through the kink. This is the battle here. Phillipson looking to the inside at the end of the back straightaway to take over second. Smith will try to crisscross. Try to come back in turn number 11. Not there. Estes closing. Phillipson now into the second spot. White flag flying, one to go. Phillipson to P2. Smith, third. Estes pushing. Oh, not a good lap there for Estes. He had got down nicely into the high 55s, but dropped to a 56.1. And Smith is going to watch Phillipson step away here in the darkening skies. Can't let him get away. Phillipson quick here in the last couple. Big move to the inside, potentially turn 8 for Smith. He's got to get the forward bite out of the corner. No, it's got a 6 kart length advantage now for Phillipson for P2. Here comes Meyer down the back straightaway. Tim Meyer, what an impressive run here in tough conditions. He'll take the victory. Meyer with the win. Phillipson getting by in the penultimate lap. He'll take second. Smith third. Estes closing across the line in fourth. Fifth will be Steve Dunn. Fedler actually closing back up here on Jimmy Gregory again after that spin. But we needed a couple more laps. He was about 7/10 quicker last lap. He would have needed at least 2 more. Here comes Jimmy Gregory to finish in the 6th spot. Fedler pushing it. Finishes 7th, and Thomas Jackson will round things out. Good run, as we said, for Tim Meyer. He gets the victory by 4.3 seconds. Brian Phillipson passing Mike Smith on the second last lap. He'll go to P2, and Smith will round out the podium. 2 more races still to come. Masters Shifter and 100cc live here on the EKN Radio Network.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. Motor mounts are critical to producing 100% of the power your engine has to get you on the podium each and every time. Odenthal Racing Products provide the best motor mounts in the karting market today. Odenthal Racing Products is a family-owned and operated business with decades of karting experience, providing products with unmatched quality and value for the karting market. Our newest product is the Pro Series mount for 2-cycle engines, available in 0, 5, and 8 degree angles, providing a rigid structure to help keep vibration to a medium with fins underneath to help dissipate heat off the engine. Our 4-cycle EZ set is one of the most popular mounts for the Briggs & Stratton 206 power plant. Multiple mounting holes provide the most adjustability depending on your chassis and seat placement. To ensure a tight fit to your chassis, ORP wedge clamps get the job done, featuring a number of updates to its design for a lower profile and lighter weight. The clamps are available from 28mm to 32mm in both standard and Euro sizes. Head to OdenthalRacing.com and find a dealer near you. Odenthal Racing Products, made in the USA. Experience and passion. That's what led to the launch of AMAX Racing. Owner Charles Maxwell began AMAX Racing in 2015, expanding the operation in 2019 with a focus on driver development for drivers of all age groups and backgrounds. From top-level drivers to grassroots racers or families looking for a team that will help them achieve their goals, AMAX Racing can guide you with the absolute best trackside service at affordable prices. No matter the chassis, AMAX Racing welcomes you and has the experience to put you on the top of the podium. You can join the AMAX Racing family at the WK Manufacturers Cup Series, Route 66 Sprint Series, and local events around the Indianapolis area. The operation is also set to compete at the ROK the Rio and SCUSA Super Nationals later this season. For more information, contact them at 317-437-5886 or find them on Facebook. AMAX Racing, all of your karting needs under 110. From the trusted name in truck tires comes the Cooper Discoverer AT3 family of tires. The Discoverer AT3 was developed with adaptive traction technology for better handling on any surface with maximum grip in all seasons. The Discoverer AT3 was built with durable tread technology for all-season traction and extreme durability when hauling. And the Discoverer AT3 was made for confidence when hauling extreme loads and is available in larger sizes. These tires are designed with the reliability and durability you need to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the Discoverer AT3 family of tires at coopertire.com. Go with the Coopers. Are you a kart shop owner looking for a new line of products to put on your sales shelf? If so, it's time to make a call to Courtney Concepts. Courtney Concepts is pleased to offer the entire AF radiator line of products, including radiators, radiator mounts, water pumps, hoses, and IAMI X30 radiator curtains. Courtney Concepts is also a distributor for a number of popular products used every weekend at the kart track, including Motul Oil, Arcade and Regina Chain, and NKP. Other products that Courtney Concepts is proud to distribute include ICO bearings, coil bearings, ARS oil seals, XAM sprockets, and Frixa brake rotors and pads. Courtney also distributes MC racing silencers and Opama hour meters. For more information on all the products we distribute, head to CourtneyConcepts.com. In racing, experience is priceless. Franklin Motorsports is a leader in the karting industry with over 50 years of combined karting experience, and we can provide you with everything you need to go racing. With a large online product selection, select track support events, and a wide variety of shop services, Franklin Motorsports is your complete karting source. Check out our online store at www.franklinkart.com, where all our products are just a mouse click away. We're constantly adding to the growing product selection on the online store, and we ship daily to ensure products get to you quickly. We specialize in IAMI engines, Tillett seats, ceramic products, driveline branded products, Briggs & Stratton engines, OTK products, and of course, the championship-winning Merlin chassis. In our online store, you'll find a variety of items to fill your karting needs. Franklin Motorsports is also known for our wide variety of services and is home to Innovative Engine Works by FMS, our in-house engine service department. Frame straightening, kart prep, and dyno testing are all services offered regularly at Franklin Motorsports. For all things karting, visit franklinkart.com. All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and Esprit chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the ROK Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, the United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, Xpree, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN radio network. Motor mounts are critical to producing 100% of the power your engine has to get you on the podium each and every time. Odenthal Racing Products provide the best motor mounts in the karting market today. Odenthal Racing Products is a family-owned and operated business with decades of karting experience, providing products with unmatched quality and value for the karting market. Our newest product is the Pro Series mount for 2-cycle engines, available in 0, 5, and 8 degree angles, providing a rigid structure to help keep vibration to a medium with fins underneath to help dissipate heat off the engine. Our 4-cycle EZ set is one of the most popular mounts for the Briggs & Stratton 206 power plant. Multiple mounting holes provide the most adjustability, depending on your chassis and seat placement. To ensure a tight fit to your chassis, ORP wedge clamps get the job done, featuring a number of updates to its design for a lower profile and lighter weight. The clamps are available from 28mm to 32mm in both standard and Euro sizes. Head to OdenthalRacing.com and find a dealer near you. Odenthal Racing Products, made in the USA. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN radio network.
Back live here from Phoenix, Arizona, round number 2 of the Challenge of the Americas, and the rain, of course, arriving at the end of the shifter senior category. We had wet weather for both the 100cc Junior and 100cc Masters. Still a wet track. It's not raining trackside, but it's still a wet racing surface here for Master Shifter, and not quite sure what happened, but the big news, of course, in the paddock now, at least on this grid, is that Michael Valiante, a no-show for the pole position. After winning the pre-final, he will not take the start here for the main event. So that's essentially giving Kevin Woods the opportunity to take the pole or stay where he is. Otherwise, everyone else sliding into position. So let's just have a look. It will be Kevin Woods on the front row. I believe then it will be Cliff Quiella and Garrett McKelvey, then Michael Gouache and Nick Firestone, followed by Alan Morte and Eric Jackson, then Nick Brinkman and Stephen Jenks. Then we'll go back to Douglas Brandt and Mike Dozis and Bill Piles and Travis Irving. Keep an eye out for Travis Irving coming from the tail of the field. Drivers getting themselves into position here. And again, no rain falling, I believe, as it is right now. We do see some potential rain out in the fields, out in the mountains behind us, but otherwise good to go. Kevin Woods stalling his machine in the front row, so they're going to have to push him back here now. Keep an eye on Travis Irving coming from the tail of the field. He made a great move up into the 5th position at the start of the pre-final, but someone made contact, ripped the rear bumper off, and he had to go to the scales. So DNF knocks him up front. Field set. Green, and Quiella smokes him at the start. And a huge, horrible start for Kevin Woods. He's fallen way back into the field, probably back to 7th, 8th, maybe 9th or 10th. He's in the dirt. He's almost going to dead last. So Kevin Woods, your reigning champion, following to 2nd last. Travis Irving going to work here as well. You can kind of be calm in the opening lap. You don't need to get too many if you're that good in the wet. Irving trying to get things set up. Quiella goes out to the early lead. Cliff Quiella to the lead. Garrett McKelvey up into second, I believe. Nick Firestone now running in the third spot. Stacking up behind, I believe, Michael Gouache now in fourth. Irving able to get one spot as well, already by Michael Dozis. Quiella, McKelvey, and Firestone pulling away. Taking full advantage of it. Oh, some aggressive moves further back as Morte and Jackson getting by Gouache. Here they come across the line again. Here you go. Quiella, McKelvey, Firestone. Jackson's fourth. Morte fifth. Gouache sixth. Brinkman seventh. Irving up to eighth. Doug Brandt ninth. Michael Dozois in 10th. Jenks 11th. Woods all the way back at 11th spot still, or 12th. Bill Piles 13th. And Michael Valiente, as we said, did not take the call to start this race. One more event to go after this, 100cc senior. But we are rolling here right now with Cliff Quiella as your leader. Quiella out to the lead. Garrett McKelvey giving chase. Keeping an eye here on Travis Irving as he's been able to get by. He's got Kevin Woods finally reeling up behind him, I believe. Yeah, Kevin Woods now up to ninth. So Irving in eighth, Kevin Woods in ninth. Irving slides through Brinkman. He gets by Nick Brinkman. And now Kevin Woods looking to get to the inside as well. Irving now up into the seventh spot. But he's way back because the leader's stretching out big time. Man, what a run. Alan Morte looking for some help, I believe, from Eric Jackson. Morte's now into fourth. Jackson fifth. Irving now going to work on Michael Gouache. He's going to try the outside run on Gouache. Can't quite get enough grip out there. Trying the over-under, and he gets him. Slides to the inside, and that's Irving now into P6. Oh, this is good stuff. Irving to sixth. Kevin Woods back in ninth still. Quiella way out front with McKelvey and Firestone. Actually, he and McKelvey have pulled out about over a second on Firestone, so it's a two-driver battle out front here right now. Track very slippery. And now Quiella starting to pull away a bit here. Cliff's local track, he knows it, but you don't do a lot of rain racing here in Phoenix, I believe. And nonetheless, really looking good. Quiella, McKelvey, Firestone across the line. Irving going to work now, trying to get by the inside of Eric Jackson. Only a matter of time here. Quiella fast driver on the racetrack, but I'll tell you, Irving pretty quick as well. David Cole coming back in reporting it's a light sprinkle outside right now, so there is a bit of precipitation still. Here goes Irving. Let's see if he makes a move in turn number 8. Not quite close enough. He'd set up for turn number 10 then into the back straightaway to try to get by Eric Jackson here. And if it's sprinkling like that, we will have a little bit of changing conditions. Here comes Irving. Not close enough. He'll go to the high side to try to set up to get the better run out to turn 11. Still not there. He's trying the outside line potentially, finding it everywhere for grip. Throws it to the inside of 12. They're side by side, not quite enough. Irving got close there. Kevin Woods now going to the inside as well. That's a solid move there on Michael Gouache to get through. So Woods now, the defending champion, now up into 7th. Michael Valiente not taking the run here, so this obviously changes everything. Thought that maybe Michael could take a run for the championship unless he decides to use this as his drop race. There is one drop race allowed in the 6 events. We didn't do a drop race last year because we only did 4 races. Irving just throwing everything here right now at Eric Jackson. Kevin Woods is trying to close back up on him now. Irving's going to get by here sooner or later, but Jackson doing a good job holding him back. I think Irving's significantly quicker. He just hasn't been able to make the pass happen. Trying everywhere to get through. That's the best battle on the racetrack right now, because I think if Irving gets through, he could catch up to Alan Morte, but just having so much trouble getting by Jackson. It's going to have to be probably an aggressive move to make it stick. Yeah, here comes Irving through the S's over into turn 8. Not that good through the S's. Doesn't get through there as quick. And the leaders are gone. Top 3 drivers checked out. Morte's even checking out now as Irving just hasn't been able to get by him. And even Kevin Woods is closing up from the back as well. Again, Irving going to the high side to see if he can get a better run out of the corner. That doesn't work. He's been looked in the inside of 12 a couple of times. There's the inside move. He's done this already once. There it is. Inside of turn 12. Give you the advantageous inside for turn 1. Irving now able to get by. Got to get a better run out of 3, and he's gone. Now, Jackson's got to watch out for Kevin Woods as he was able to close up during that time as well. Morte, though, took all those laps to check out. 7 more minutes remaining. Cliff Cuella leading by 2 seconds. Here comes actual Nick Firestone getting ready to work here on McKelvey. Garrett McKelvey out of Temecula, California. Firestone, the Arizona driver from Paradise Valley. Blue sky starting to flirt with it on the horizon here. Been an interesting day for sure. Irving able to check out. We'll look at lap times, as I say, between he and Morte. He was 2/10 quicker last time by Irving was. And that was making the pass in 1. But he's 4.2 seconds behind Morte for 4th. Kevin Woods now going to work here on Eric Jackson. A little further back, Nick Brinkman, Michael DeZoyce, and Douglas Brandt in the middle of a fight. Steve Jenks trying to close up there as well. Morte, 52-2. Irving, 52-1. Got a 1/10 of a second. That's not going to work. You're not going to get any closer at a 1/10 of a second. Nick Firestone, I think, through to take over second spot. Indeed, he's through. Firestone now goes to P2. 3.1 second lead for Cliff Cuella. But Firestone's got by McKelvey. So Firestone second, McKelvey third. 4th is Morte. 5th is Irving. And in fact, Irving lost about 4/10 to Morte on that last lap. He's been able to get away from the fight between Eric Jackson and Kevin Woods, but Irving not making up any ground on Morte. Remember, Travis started back at 14th, running P5. Cuella has things handled here, though. Man, what a good run for Cliff Cuella. We'll look at lap times between he and Firestone. Still 4 minutes and 15 seconds before we even see the white. Let's see if Firestone's got anything for him right now. Actually, Firestone quicker by 4/10 of a second. 2.7 seconds. 4 minutes to go. Very interesting. Can Firestone keep getting 4/10? Is that an opportunity? Is the door open a little bit? Leaders working their way back out of turn 10, 11 again. Firestone could probably, at 0.4 of a second, you know you're getting closer. You can feel every time you come out of a corner where they are going to be on the racetrack. 52.2 for Quayle, 52 flat for Firestone. That was 2.5 tenths, down to 2.5, but only 3 minutes to go. Firestone knows he's getting closer. Kevin Woods able to get by Eric Jackson to move Kevin Woods to 6th. Eric Jackson 7th. Quayle, a quick look over the shoulder to see what he's got. Does that mean he's got a little left? 52 flat. 52.1, yeah. Went back down to a flat. They pulled that gap to 2.6. Quayle trying to manage it. Minute and a half remaining until we potentially see that white flag. Quayle lays down a 52.298, and then Firestone falling back to a 52.728. I wonder if he's sensing that potentially can't get close. So you know what? Maybe not roll the dice on it, knowing how far away Cliff is. Hold on to that second spot. It is tough to show that really impressive consistency, though, anytime you're running in these kind of conditions. It's just you never know how it's going to be grip level wise. Making a battle here between 7th and 8th again as Eric Jackson has Michael Gouache closing up on him. I'm going to say probably 2 laps to go now because we got 39 seconds left. Cliff Quayle is going to see the white flag next time by. Alan Morte doing a good job. He's actually closing up on Garrett McKelvey for 3rd. He was quicker by about 0.6 last time by. Quayle with the lead. White flag will fly for Quayle this time by. Here comes Quayle. White flag. That's it. The white flag for Quayle. Time had come out. So white flag for Quayle. Final lap. Puts on another 52.5, 3 seconds ahead of Nick Firestone with Garrett McKelvey. Holding on to that 3rd spot. It's been an impressive run here for Quayle. Same goes for Travis Irving. Started dead last. He worked his way up to P5. Kevin Woods actually digging in late here to try to close up on Irving a little bit, to be honest. It's been a good run for him, too. Here comes Quayle out of the final corner. And he will score the win on his home track here. Quayle winning in the wet. Nick Firestone, great drive as well to P2. Garrett McKelvey making another GFC on the podium. Alan Morte finishing in the 4th spot. And look at this battle. Irving's battling for the final spot with Woods. Wow, Kevin Woods closed up with the final lap and put all the pressure on Irving. Travis stacking him up in 12. Yeah, big lap there for Kevin Woods. Full second faster than Irving on the final circuit. Irving stacked them up, though, in 12 to make sure he wasn't going to be able to get the run on him. Irving gets 5th, starting from dead last. Kevin Woods in 6th. Michael Gouache 7th. Eric Jackson 8th. Nick Brinkman in 9th. The last lap, the best for Steve Jenks. He ends up capping off the top 10. Well, folks, 8 races in, 1 left to wrap up the weekend here. Our first 2 rounds of the Challenge of the Americas. Don't go anywhere. We get back from this break. 100cc Senior will cap off the day.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Cooper Tires. Experience and passion. That's what led to the launch of AMAX Racing. Owner Charles Maxwell began AMAX Racing in 2015, expanding the operation in 2019 with a focus on driver development for drivers of all age groups and backgrounds. From top-level drivers to grassroots racers or families looking for a team that will help them achieve their goals, AMAX Racing can guide you with the absolute best trackside service at affordable prices. No matter the chassis, AMAX Racing welcomes you and has the experience to put you on the top of the podium. You can join the AMAX Racing family at the WK Manufacturers Cup Series, Route 66 Sprint Series, and local events around the Indianapolis area. The operation is also set to compete at the Rock the Rio and SCUSA Super Nationals later this season. For more information, contact them at 317-437-5886 or find them on Facebook. AMAX Racing, all of your karting needs under 110. Now back to the Challenge of the Americas, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at the PKRA facility in Phoenix, Arizona on the EKN Radio Network.
Back at it for the final race of the day, live here on the EKN Radio Network. Rob Howard and David Cole capping off the action from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center here. A top start finish at the PKRA facility in Glendale, Arizona. Sun actually coming out. Those dark clouds that dumped on us midway through the mains have essentially worked their way through the area, and I think we're probably going to end up seeing some blue skies to cap everything off. We are ready to go racing again. One more event for you. It is 100cc Senior, brought to you by Forward Direction Motorsports. Liam Letch will start on the pole position alongside Jensen Altzman. They've been battling all weekend long. Kiriko Sukas will be in the inside of row number 2. Sukas in the 947, starting alongside Michael Mischoff in the 920. Jack Doyle and Dylan Wilkins will be on row number 3. Tyler Ruth and Macy Williams on row number 4. Being told, I believe, one more lap around here. Indeed, one more lap. Row 5 will be Mason Turnen and Everest Fedler. Row 6, Haley Schroeder alongside Josh Campbell. Carson Porter and Jackson Dunn on row 7. Jacob Hoover and Timmy Trostel on row number 8. Row 9 will be Carson Mallett and Casey Gillis. Row 10, Gabe Sessler and Cody Diggs. On row 11 will be Blake Nash and Devin Jackson. And on row 12, Mason Prater on the inside, Jake Sessler on the outside. On row 13, Emily Delano will line up alongside Wade Jackson. With row 14, we'll have Roman Madrigal and Race Liberanti. On row number 15, starting 29th and 30th, Toby Longnecker and Alex Siragusa, and Cole Schroeder coming from the tail of the field, 31st on the grid. But the drivers we watch battle up front: Liam Letch, Jensen Altzman, Kiriko Sukas, Michael Mischoff, the guys that were impressive in the pre-main. Can they do it again here under much different conditions? Track is going to be slippery, but it's not overly wet. We'll see how things play out here over this 14-minute main event. Getting things ready to roll to cap off the action here from the challenge. Round 2, final race of the day. Drivers into their staging lanes, and we're ready to get at it. 100cc senior. Green, green, green. Racing down into turn number 10 for the first time. Lech will take the lead. Couple drivers backwards, sideways, contact between 10 and 11. Leaders getting through cleanly, however. Lech will lead, then Ultzman slots into second. Sukas goes to P3. Mishoff fourth. Doyle fifth. Ruth sixth. Seventh spot is Turnin. Eighth is Hoover. Ninth is Williams. And 10th is Dylan Wilkins. Drivers following to the tail of the field, potentially. I want to say maybe Jake Sessler, Cody Diggs, Devin Jackson. I think Blake Nash was involved as well. What a horrible day for Blake Nash after that win yesterday. This will be a drop day for Nash. Someone got sideways coming out of turn number 10, and when that happens, everybody's taking evasive maneuvers, and it gets ugly. Ultzman's going to go to the lead here. Jensen Ultzman going to take a shot at the lead. Down into turn number 10, into 11. Ultzman leads, Lech into second. Sukas still running in the third spot. Here it goes, Sukas, P3. He's got that chase group lead. He's got Mishoff behind him and Jack Doyle. They don't want to let these drivers up front pull away. Ultzman P1, Lech in second, Sukas in third. He and Mishoff got to work together, making a four-driver battle up front, and this will help. Lech will go to the inside of turn 8. Lech takes the spot, but no, over-under for Ultzman. They were side-by-side coming out of 8. They'll go single file through the kink. And Sukas and Mishoff want to use that to catch back up. Behind the front running 4. Fifth is the number 928 rather of Doyle. Then Tyler Ruth, Mason Turnin. Dylan Wilkins and Macy Williams, are your top 10. Those drivers coming from the tail of the field. Siragusa, Longnecker. Where have they got up to? Longnecker up to 19th already. Good start for Toby Longnecker in the 19th. Race Liberanti started 28th. He's up to 21st. Cole Schroeder was dead last, 31st. He's now up into the 23rd spot. And Blake Nash, who started, where did Blake? He was 19th or something. 21st he was. He was 19th after qualifying. 21st, fell to the tail of the field. He just went purple. He's the fastest driver on the racetrack, Nash, but he's back in 25th. So Blake Nash trying to work his way back forward here. We'll check in on those drivers a little more. Ultzman and Lech trying to pull away again. Mishoff's gone by Sukas. Michael Mishoff to P3. Kyriako Sukas back into 4th. Fifth and sixth, Tyler Roos and Mason Turnin. Both those drivers local from Arizona. Nash trying to work his way forward. Take no prisoners when you're trying to get yourself forward and win a championship. He'll make another spot up down in turn number 8, getting to the inside. So Blake Nash moving his way forward. Nash still the purple driver. Lap number 3, 53.800. Wow. 7/10 quicker than the leader last time by. He's on a mission right now. Blake Nash is rolling. Got to be very smart in timing his passes because he's got a gaggle of cars in front of him. It's going to get tougher to get through, but he's got to make every pass he possibly can. Nash now 21st. Significantly quicker than the leaders. But again, big group of drivers behind him. He's got to pass every time. Nash right now behind Carson Mallett, and he's going to make that pass in turn 8. Mallett's going to get an inside run, but I think Blake will have a better run on the outside. Indeed he will. He'll take that spot now as well. Right in front of him, a couple spots, is Race Liberante. He's going to help pave the way. Race is coming through in a big way, too. He'll go by Schroeder, I believe, there. No, he's actually coming with Schroeder. And they went by, who'd they go by there? I want to say Josh Campbell. Yeah, Nash in the 19th. Jensen Altman leading the way up front now, though. He and Letch trying to pull away, but what a great run forward for Race Liberante and Blake Nash. If those two guys hook up, this could be interesting. As I said, Liberante able to get by Josh Campbell. That'll be Blake's next move. In fact, he'll go by him here coming into turn number 8. And another move because I think that, I want to say, I think Liberante may have got by Haley Schroeder there. Indeed, here goes Blake to get by Haley to the inside. Now he'll be able to line up now with Liberante. Or potentially just go by Liberante and Liberante will hook up with him because they're moving forward. Onto the main page here of my timing monitor, as they're now 16th and 17th. I don't have to scroll down anymore, making it easier for me. I appreciate that. Liam Letch back into the lead. A couple tenths of a second over Altsman. Mason Turnin just went purple. Keep an eye on the 944. 53.787. 6 tenths faster than the leader. Look at Turnin. He's up on Mischoff now. Is he going to push by or is he going to go? He's going to push Mischoff all the way. Now, actually, Turnin, I think, is through to third. Mason Turnin, fast driver on the racetrack in that Tony Kart machine, the 944. Rolling. Pick him up in that yellow rain suit, pretty easy to see. And indeed, Nash able to get by Race Liberante, so move Blake Nash into 16th. Nash, 7.8 seconds back. Very similar lap times to the leader last time by. This may not be a huge result, but you never know what your drop is going to be when you're trying to win a championship. Yeah, this is probably his drop weekend because he's had such a rough one. But, man, you can get a decent result here. And maybe there's an opportunity that if your primary challenger has a result too, your worst day is better than their worst day. You never know. Letch, though, leading the way up front. Last race of the day. Tap things off here from Phoenix. Nash with open racetrack now, ready to start reeling in Macy Williams. And again, Blake Nash goes purple. 2 tenths quicker than the leaders, up to 14th. 53.460. Nash started in the 21st position. He's up 7 spots. Liberante started 28th. He's 17th. He's up 11 positions. Siragusa started at the tail of the field as well. He started 30th. Siragusa up to 21st. So that's 9 spots for him. Those are your primary movers, I think. Madrigal pretty solid as well, to be honest. 27th up to 12th for Madrigal. That is 15 spots. Another fast lap for Blake Nash, P4, 14th rather. Half a second faster than Macy Williams. I got to think he's going by Macy here pretty soon. Man, what a run here right now. This is an amazing drive for Blake Nash. Out front, props for Liam Letch. What a weekend. Colorado driver has been aces in both 100cc senior and in ROK senior. Now he has pulled away from Jensen Altman. Over a second lead now for Letch. Trying to get a meatball flag on one of our drivers here. That was Nash. I think Nash just got taken out over in turn number 3. Blake Nash. I can't remember who he was battling with there. It might have been Roman Madrigal. And Nash from the outside, and Madrigal just roots him over in turn number 3, drove through the rear bumper on the turn-in. So I think that was potentially Roman Madrigal, who did not like maybe didn't like the treatment he got. He just drilled Nash over in turn 3, so dropped Nash back down the order again. He have to fight for it again. Wow, that's disappointing. Yeah, he went all the way to the very tail of the field again. Nash going to fight his way back forward. Trying to figure out indeed who that was. It might have been Wade Jackson. I don't know. Whatever it was, Blake Nash, who had worked us all the way up to 14th or 15th, got shuffled there. That's tough. Here comes Lech. A little less than 3 minutes to go. Nash will try to come back, see if he can't get a couple more spots again, but that's tough because that was a really solid recovery from Blake Nash. So indeed, it was the 977 of Roman Madrigal. Didn't like getting passed the way he did and literally drove Blake Nash around in turn number 3. Huge lead here for Liam Lech. 2.5 seconds. David Cole, if you look at the times here, and it's definitely getting quicker. Everybody in the top 3 turning their fastest laps here. Track drying up as we expected. These tires will be chewed up pretty good when it's all said and done, but we're getting close to seeing the white flag here momentarily. Liam Lech leading by 2.8 seconds over Jensen Alsman and Mason Turnham. What a good run for Mason in the 944. Now 2.4 seconds up on Mischoff. In fact, Turnham may not be done yet, trying to find a way to P2 to get by Jensen Alsman. Turned the fast lap a number of laps ago, putting a lot of pressure here now to get by Jensen Alsman. Turning all over Art Alsman here. We'll go white flag next time by. 2 laps remaining. 2 to go. One driver spinning in turn number 10. Back of the pack there. Yeah, tough day for Blake Nash. Obviously was trying to recover from a tough run in qualifying, tough run in the pre-final, put on a show. I'm going to say he probably would have got himself up to 8th, maybe even 7th, maybe even higher. He was the fastest driver on the racetrack, but had an issue with one of the other drivers on track and got punted in turn 3. So we'll turn the focus then on the driver up front. Liam Lech has had such a tremendous weekend here. Coming down from Golden, Colorado. White flag to fly for Liam Lech. Third win of the weekend lining up here for Liam Lech. Obviously, Blake Nash winning yesterday. But Liam's had a great weekend. He's been at the pointy end of the grid every session all weekend. Driver walking away there from turn number 10, so we can open that up and keep that yellow in. So drivers will be able to pass there. Mason Turner not close enough to make the move on Jensen Altsman. Through 10, through 11. What a weekend it's been, folks. 3 victories, one of them coming here. In 100cc senior Liam Lech with the win to cap off the weekend. Jensen Altsman finishing second. Mason Turner, an impressive drive to third. Fourth is Michael Mishaw, fourth. Dylan Wilkins in fifth. Kyriako Sukas in sixth spot. Mason Williams in seventh. Gabe Sessler in eighth. Carson Porter ninth. And Tyler Ruth rounding out the top 10. Well, that wraps up the day. Wraps up the weekend here from Phoenix, Arizona. Forward Direction Motorsports 100cc Senior ROK. The win going to Liam Lech on the EOS. Jensen Altsman ends up in second. Both those drivers turning their fastest laps in the last lap, lap 17. 53.2 for Liam Lech, 53.5 for Jensen Altsman. And that caps things off, as I said here. Blue sky starting to come out. We had definitely some weather hit us to wrap it all up. It was a wild midway through the pre-mains. Of course, right at the end of the shifter race, the rain hit. Next couple of categories had to battle the slippery conditions. Wet all the way through to the end, but as we could tell you, the lap times were falling at the end of this one, and the track started to dry. But nonetheless, the drivers did a tremendous job in the tough conditions, as did all the corner workers. Remember, when you're in your tent hiding, corner workers and staff are still out there in the cold weather and the wet, which is awesome. If you do see them in the paddock, please do us a favor and give them a high five. I'm sure they, with all the work they do, all it takes is a pat on the back and a thank you to make it all worthwhile. We do thank you for coming and joining us down here, folks. We'll get the podium rolling as soon as we can, as always. But, man, what a great way to start the 2021 Challenge of the Americas season. Race is done. Well, now we can say it. No red flags all weekend long. That is absolutely awesome, especially with some of the fields that we had here this weekend. We'll, of course, turn our attention now to heading to Cal Speed in February to get things back underway. Rounds 3 and 4 of this year's challenge. And looking forward to getting to Fontana, where the racing is always thrilling as well. Kudos to all the drivers who were able to get themselves onto the podium, especially those who were able to get elusive wins here this weekend. Always a great way to start off a championship program, especially knowing a 6-race series with the prizes and ROK final tickets that are up for grabs here on the challenge. Again, big thank you to our broadcast partners here this weekend that made it all possible for us. OTK USA, Courtney Concepts, and Franklin Motorsports. And as always, thank you to Team Cooper Tire, our presenting sponsor of our 2021 EKN Trackside Live Tour. That wraps things up, folks, as we expected. Weather eventually was going to come. It didn't arrive on Friday, even though there was 40% chance. 60% chance yesterday, not a thing. 80% chance today. I think we were rolling the dice on that one, and indeed, wet weather did come. But in all, blue skies will wrap up the day. Sun will start working its way to the horizon, and we have capped off another weekend here in Phoenix, Arizona. Folks, thank you so much for being part of the action. Those of you who have tuned in on the EKN Radio Network, we do appreciate it. We're thrilled to be able to bring you the coverage, and those, of course, in the paddock as well. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to take up the paddock time for you and the PA time to give you the commentary. We're done here, folks, from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center. On behalf of David Cole, my name's Rob Howden. Bye for now. Thank you for joining us for the Challenge of the Americas in Phoenix, Arizona. Our EKN Trackside Live coverage, audio production, and social media was managed by David Cole. Today's broadcast commentary was provided by Rob Howden. Big thank you to our broadcast partners this weekend: Courtney Concepts, OTK USA, Franklin Motorsports, and Team